Hello and welcome to the Patron of the Algorithm podcast, the now renamed podcast that is about me, Maple Milk, interviewing various people on the internet about the shit that they make. This is also a podcast that needs a catchy tagline or something. Today's guest is the illustrious TripleBeppo. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yo, what is up, gamers and hot Latina single mothers? My name is Triple Butthole, your favorite virtual idol, also known as Cracksmoker96, aka that guy who just had intercourse with your mother last night. I'm here joined by Maple Milk, an interviewer who I just met 3 days ago on Twitter DMs. Who am I? I'm known for ballin', saucin', swaggin'. I got like 3 Supreme hoodies. I have like 5 figures in the bank. I'm fucking sick, dude. I have a YouTube channel where I talk about music, art, and philosophy. And I have a loyal audience of worshippers, and anyone who disagrees with me is a bad person. All right, thank you for letting me introduce myself.
Perfect. That's all I've ever wanted in an intro.
Yeah, I kind of lost the plot halfway through the first sentence. I'm not gonna lie, but
you sounded confident. That's
ahead.
all we need to know. That's all we need. All we need here.
All right.
So, my first, I have a lot of questions written down. So, let's get right to them. I have like, I wrote down like fucking 35, but I trimmed it down. Don't worry, I trimmed it down to only around 15 or so. If we.
Hey, it's all good. I'll do 35. I mean, I'm chilling.
I mean,
I could do whatever.
Listen, I've had podcasts that go into 4 hours sometimes. I mean, but I want to keep this one at least, someone will listen to it. I don't know. So
Listen, my fans will eat up anything as long as they can hear the sweet sound of my voice.
I mean, listen, to be honest, I could see it. I mean, I had to listen to a lot of your videos to do research on this fucking podcast. So I mean, it wasn't unpleasant. It was definitely a good experience. So I mean, nice voice.
Thank you. I've been smoking cigarettes for years to like train my voice to sound this cool.
Yeah.
I actually just went out and smoked one like a little bit ago, right before this interview, and it was nice. I mean, I'm not addicted. It's just like for vocal training.
Right. Of course.
It's like how singers like gargle water before they go on a podcast or an interview or they sing. I do the same thing, but you're like gargling like tobacco smoke. So it makes you cool, but it also like makes your voice sound good.
Right. So since you smoke cigarettes, you obviously have an opinion against vaping, right? Vaping's the less cool sibling of cigarettes, right?
I used to do it for like since like 2017, but then I realized that every time you vape, it's basically like you're basically just like putting a big cock in your mouth and you're letting it like come down your throat. So I was like, it's better and more like masculine to take it naturally,
Of course. Of course.
Like I would say that all right, this is like kind of a I don't swing that way, all right, but I would say that taking like a natural like thick oak is probably like less gay than like buying a disposable dragon dildo every week and ripping it until you like, until it, that's like less. That's I've
Right.
Just ask me a question.
Okay. Well, the first question I had written down here was on a scale from "It's so over" to "We're so back." How are you doing today, Beppo?
All right, so on a scale of it's so over to we're so back, right now, honestly, I've been back for a solid like while now. I've just been balling. I've been clouded up, dripped down to the socks. Yeah, I mean life's going good. I'm pretty happy. A little bit stressed, but what can you do,
Yeah, you just living every day, doing your thing.
Yeah, I went to the gym today. I did shoulders and chest. I did it till failure. My body is in pain, but it'll be in more pain tomorrow because that's how that works.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's going good.
That's good to hear. I mean, obviously, breaking your body is part of the experience, right?
Yeah, I'm bulking right now, so I'm trying to get freaking shredded. It's going well. I've been doing it for like 3 months, getting big, beefy. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't have to add the at the end, but
you could edit it out. It's all good.
I don't want to edit anything out.
You're the puppet master here. You're the puppet master. I'm just a little marionette on a set of strings, baby. You could do whatever you want.
All
right.
So I answers my question. Shit. I mean, that's a good start right here. Let's keep going. great intro. So second question: if FBI Director Christopher Wray was watching this podcast, what would you say to him?
I would say stop checking my mail, dude. It's fucking annoying. No, I would say probably number one thing I would want to say to Christopher Wray right now is I would like you to expunge every record you have of me in your database. Please. Listen, I'm just a little virtual idol. I'm just funny. I'm just cute. I'm just like doing like, fun stuff. I'm just having fun out here. So I don't know why you guys have to be so mean to me all the time. Why you got to send people to my house. I'm not cool with it. It's like not chill, If you just like chill out, maybe like sip some lean, we could like vibe and chill. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and maybe we could be friends one day. But ever since that last visit, I just he's left a bad taste in my mouth.
I have this question for every guest I'm gonna have on here because it's just an easy icebreaker. It's like one of those fucking class questions you'd ask. Like, oh yeah.
All right.
What's your favorite cartoon? It's a very simple one.
Like Western or like anime?
Well, I mean Chinese cartoons are cool too, but this one's specifically
All right.
Western.
All right. So for Western, I'm gonna have to put a little thought into this. I would have to say probably this is kind of like a common answer probably, but Regular Show was pretty goated with the sauce.
True that.
When I was a kid, probably like Teen Titans or Courage the Cowardly Dog. I liked those a lot. Yeah, I mean those are probably my top ones. Maybe Adventure Time too. But I kind of lost track with Adventure Time after a little while. It started taking itself too seriously.
You can keep up with the lore of Adventure Time?
Oh no, I kept up with it. I just kind of like fell out of interest of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, after a while, I mean, I remember the cartoon reviewers got there was this one episode with Finn, after he lost his arm, and you might know what I'm talking about. This bee who his arm grew a flower, and this bee wanted to fuck his arm flower basically.
Oh.
And I remember the cartoon community was not happy. So
I feel like once cartoon like commentary channels start hopping on a show, I start immediately losing interest in general, because then they're like, game theory, but Finn and the Lich are actually like brothers, and or they're like, the solipsistic metaphor in this freaking piece of art is, and I know that's what I do, so I can't really criticize it, but it definitely makes me lose interest in like cartoons.
I mean, if they have like a fucking, what's it called, regular show analysis where it's like, I don't know, analysis of High Five Ghost's character, I know they'd be bullshitting because High Five Ghost does not have a character, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like every single like minor aspect of a show gets covered to like this insane depth to where it feels like it's being milked. And I want the udders of my favorite shows to like, remain fresh, firm, supple. I don't need like Cartoon-Shi or a Saber Spark to dissect every little nook and cranny, every little background detail of a show that I'm watching, because it feels like it kills the magic for me.
I mean, that's a good answer. I mean, I do want to ask specifically, since it is like obviously the most popular cartoon of all fucking time, how do you feel about SpongeBob? You gotta get out of the way.
Oh yeah, no, I love SpongeBob. I don't even know why I didn't even say SpongeBob, dude.
What's the best
I used to watch SpongeBob every single second of my life. I used to mainline that shit. I used to speedball with a SpongeBob as the stimulant and Regular Show as the opiate. It was crazy.
I'm at my depth here. All right, here we go. Obviously, this is gonna be a great question because you've mentioned Suicide Boys multiple times, but what's your favorite Suicide Boys song?
Oh, I mean, kind of a generic answer. Actually, I have quite a few. I was in their top like 0.01 listeners one year because I was like edgy and I was like, yeah, dude, this shit is badass. I used to bump it in my first car and be like, yeah, dude, I fucking love Suicide Boys. And I thought it was really cool and awesome. So probably I would choose like Carrollton because that's like a classic, Or I'm not gonna say Paris because actually I don't like Paris that much. Probably Carrollton or what's it called? Killing two birds with 22 stones or something. I think that's what it's called. The one where it goes, release the fucking doves and I'll shoot them one by one. Scarecrow moving to Terry. You know.
Yeah, that's that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I mean, I'm coming here for recommendations because I haven't listened to Suicide Boys much as I want to. Maybe like I don't know, like a couple of their first like shit on like SoundCloud and like the latest shit they released with what's his name? The fucking collab album.
I don't even know. I haven't really kept up with them recently, to be honest.
I mean it's fine. I think their stuff is I say they're consistent. That's my thing about them. You know.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if you're listening to Suicide Boys, you can just like put on their entire like discography just for the vibe of it, you know?
Yeah. Do you listen to like Memphis rap itself? Huge Memphis. Rap fan?
Yeah, I had a phase where I was going deep into it, you know, like Tommy Wright the Third,
Yeah.
yeah, Princess, whatever her name was. R.I.P. by the way. Sorry, I forgot your name, but
I forgot her name. Yeah, she did an interview with Fantana or something.
yeah, she was goated, dude. She was like one of the best female underground rappers I've ever come across. So, shout out.
Fuck, what was her name? I don't remember. She had tons of features on. Was it on 3 6 Mafia's albums?
Yeah, no, she was on 3-6. She was on Tommy Wright the Third's albums all the time. I'm pretty sure like she was like his sister-in-law or maybe his wife. I don't even know. She was related to Tommy Wright somehow. Yeah, that's how I knew about her.
God, it's so fucked up that she died. So I mean, but then again, after a certain
I think
point,
it's more fucked up that neither of us can remember her name.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I think we're bad people for that.
I'm looking it up. But Princess Loco.
Oh yeah, Princess Loco. Exactly. I knew it was Princess.
God, I mean, you're at least half right. So you get $50,000
in Monero, please.
Yeah, God, I was gonna say Monero.
See, you did your research, you know.
No, I just know. Listen, I had a crypto phase too.
Oh, that's not a crypto phrase for me.
Oh, really?
That's my life.
Yeah,
that's my freaking life,
yeah. Dude. You see the
I'm tired of all these fake crypto fans.
Did you see the Monero anime girl or whatever?
Yeah, I did.
God, that's
pretty goated.
so. I mean, it's great. Yeah, great character design. Great. Great everything. Well, that's.
Oh, I agree. Just like the currency itself.
Yeah.
I think more people should use it, and more people should donate it to me.
Absolutely. If you're listening to this podcast right now, donate all of your Monero to Beppo.
Yo, I promise, guys, it'll be used on a good purpose. All right. Yeah. So.
Not drugs or vices or anything. Ammo for any kind of, shotgun or anything.
Oh, that's where it gets dangerous.
Yeah. It would not be used for any of that stuff. We like safety.
We're good people.
We're good people.
Listen, we're good people.
Yeah.
Honestly, Maple Milk is such a good person that I was actually worried that I was going to get a cancel attempt in this interview. I thought Maple was going to pull up and be like, so, what do you think about those people?
Jesus Christ.
That's what I thought you were going to say. I mean, I would never say that, but I'm just like, I'm sorry for putting that juxtaposition onto you. I'm sorry for putting my mental schema onto you. I know now that you're pretty chill and laid back, and you would never try to like provoke me like that.
I mean, there's always time, but let's assume that's not going to happen. For the sake of this interview,
it might be more fun if it does happen.
I mean, it'd be funny if I had something like in the back of my pocket, just
Do you know how much clout both of us would get off that? I've been waiting to get canceled for like 3 years now.
I can tell you have so many fucking references to it on your goddamn channel.
Dude, I've said so many bad things and nobody cares. Everyone loves me. I guess I'm just that great.
It is what it is, That's all good.
Yeah, also I fell off like a year ago.
Yeah. That's going to be a question in the interview. No, wait.
All right.
Let's say that for later. VTubers, you are one apparently. Who's your favorite VTuber? Is it the pink cat? Is it the white and red fox? What the green turtle? What is your favorite VTuber? Who is it, Beppo?
Man, you're bringing up a heavy topic. Rest in peace to Kamiko Kana. She graduated about a month ago. My heart goes out to her. She was my favorite for a long time, and it's because I had a schizophrenic delusion where I thought she was watching all of my streams and all of my videos and making subliminal references to me in all of her streams. It didn't help that she retweeted the fan art I made of her mowing down innocent civilians and stuff, So R.I.P. to her. I miss her forever, and she was my favorite by far.
So real. You're real for that one. I think she was pretty
That's
good
not
too.
even a joke. That's all real. That's 100% real.
I mean, I wish I watched her more whenever I think I got like an ad for her channel or something. That's how I
That was her thing, dude. In the very beginning, she took out like $1,000 worth of ads and just posted them everywhere, dude. It was
God.
insane.
I mean,
Marketing strat goated. But I found out about her because how did I find out about her? I don't know. She just like appeared in my life. I didn't even see an ad because I've had ad block for the past like 10 years.
I mean, listen. Before I discovered the fucking joys of what the fuck is it called? YouTube Vanced. I was in the dark ages. Using YouTube on my
Damn.
phone with ads and bullshit.
I just use uBlock Origin on my PC, and I just don't use my phone for anything but banking, calling, texting, and stocks.
Right? Because the FBI agents, right? So, you know.
Well, no, just because you can't really block ads as effectively on phone. Also, I find it easier to like lose yourself in media consumption if you have like social media on your phone.
Oh, that's
So
definitely
I just
true.
choose not to.
Like so you've gotten into like bouts of doom scrolling and.
Oh yeah, I mean, it ties into like why I schizo rant as much as I do. Like people sometimes give me a little bit of criticism for the fact that I'm so like preachy. And I'm like, guys, you have to not allow yourself to fall into the endless cycle of neatdom, you know? And people are like, dude, you got to stop being so preachy. That's kind of gay. I mean, why are you so passionate about this topic? And it's because I did fall into it for a period of time, like for probably around a year following a very bad life event where someone I loved, someone I was close to passed away. And so I just try to be more mindful of it, and one of my core messages is for people to avoid the lifestyle of consumption that I caught myself falling into. You know, it's a really slippery slope, and there's no possible way you can be happy living in a cycle like that. You know, I would encourage people to spend as little time on the internet as they can, and when they are on the internet, make it worth it. Make it something that you enjoy, not just something you're doing to burn time.
Mm. Actually, it's kind of
Sorry, that went a little off topic.
it's not off topic. This is a podcast about you. Um,
Oh yeah.
Literally, no matter what you say, it could not be off topic. You could talk about fucking clocks right now; it'll not be off topic.
Dude, I would never do that. It looks like it would hurt.
That's true. It probably would hurt to be inside of a clock, but
Yep.
so
Just bought a nice watch. Maybe that'd be nice.
are you a Rolex person, or you're like what's the fuck other brands are there?
No,
I don't care.
I buy like the cheap to medium watches. Like I buy Invicta and stuff. But it's really just to present an image when I go outside. It's not really. I don't really care that much about them. Just fits with the fits.
You're not like a
Also makes me look more professional.
a Fossil fan, no? A Timex tech?
I looked at Fossil watches, but I don't really like the sort of like distressed aesthetic that much.
Hmm.
I usually go for like I use it as like a piece of jewelry rather than like a statement in and of itself. So like I'll buy it because it has like a nice gold lust to it. It's got like a nice little sheen,
But wouldn't like a
and it
piece of
fits with like the other jewelry I wear.
like a piece of jewelry would kind of be like a statement in itself, right? Because
Yeah, I mean to a degree, but I mean like, I feel like if you're wearing like a Fossil or you're wearing something like that, it's like it's kind of like a statement, whereas what I wear, it's more like I'm just buying it for like the color or like just to like fit with the rest of the outfit, which is the whole statement. It's more like just a little word.
right.
It ain't no full sentence.
That's a bar. That's a bar. Shit. How do I even follow that up? That's a bar. So how do you find underground artists? Your whole channel is based on electronic music and breakcore type
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, it was until I just started schizo rambling.
Yeah.
But yeah. So originally I found it because I would kind of like peruse the YouTube algorithm. I would basically get it to like feed me songs with like under 20,000 views, and I would just do that by like specifically only liking and commenting on things that were like in that niche. And through that you can find like channels that re-upload like underground albums. And but nowadays I don't even do that anymore. I do it a little bit, but like nowadays my fans they'll either send rare music in my Discord channel, which is titled Rare Music, or they'll just like DM it to me and be like, "Yo, this is cool. Check this out."
Mm-hmm. That's how you
So
like.
it's like once I garnered an audience, I kind of like automated the system. I don't gotta look for it no more.
That's how you get like the Ray music for your whenever you made the Ray music videos.
Yeah, like a lot of my fans are big like ravers or partiers, so they'll just send me like cool ass albums that they've heard in their local country.
Oh yeah, just all around the world then. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of like videos planned on like Brazilian genres, German genres, but I have so many videos planned that never come out, so I'm not gonna like promise it or anything, you know?
Yeah. But it'd be sick if you make like I
Yeah.
fucking love bossa
Oh,
nova. The bossa nova music you
dude,
use is
I
great.
do love bossa nova actually.
But I actually, if you have any bossa nova albums to recommend off the top of your head, I'd gladly take them because I use that for sampling all
Uh,
the fucking time.
do you like Shibuya K?
The genre, yeah.
Yeah, listen to Frenesi. I know that's a very like common thing, but listen to her like her more underground works, like the one with the pink strawberry head,
Mm-hmm.
that album cover, that one's pretty good. It's like bedroom bossa nova mixed with like Japanese kawaii aesthetic. It's kind of cool.
Finesse.
It's a very unique blend, you know. You wouldn't expect it to go together, but it does like really well.
Yeah, because I've only listened to like the obviously the song that was sampled by Machine Girl, so I need to go
Oh,
into her.
listen to that whole album. That's like some of her best work.
Yeah, there's I need to
Supra.
definitely get into that.
Oh yeah.
Good
Oh yeah, but
recommendation.
wait, to circle back to the original
Yeah.
question, also I've kind of always been into more obscure music my entire life because when I was growing up, my dad was always into like alternative music and like, you know, that sort of thing. Also, when I was in school, a lot of my friends, you know, they were DJing music heads, you know, they were like producers themselves.
Hmm.
So I'd listen to like the people that they were like getting inspiration from. That's how I know about like Tommy Wright the Third and like Rezoko CJ and stuff. Like, yeah,
Oh, that was
I've
how you
just kind of
found out about
always
that
been in the
one. That was in
space.
your like top 10 list.
Oh yeah, I mean that was the first breakcore album that I ever heard actually. So it was pretty nice. I heard it in middle school, dude.
Middle school. Holy shit. You were in there. You were in there deep.
I mean it came out in like 2009, so
2009. I mean,
I'm not that young. I'm
yeah.
just a little bit young.
If you were this was one of the questions I didn't have written down. I think I had it in like another fucking doc. I just remembered off the top of my head. If you made an anime, what would it be about? Just a random off the top question. Off.
So I'm making a comic already, so I guess it would kind of be a little bit similar. I've also made a lot of like media in my lifetime that is not associated with my current username or my current character or anything. So I think at this point it would probably either be one of two things. It would either be a post-ironic like a trap star, like, you know, trapping out the bando, like kind of like satire on Western hood culture, because I think that's something that's taken the mainstream by storm recently. And if it were adapted into like an animated sort of a series, I think it would be really funny. It'd
Mm.
probably catch on. Like the Boondocks, but like not as much like commentary on being black and more commentary on just like being degenerate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that style of humor. Or it would be like a super serious kind of like abstract art project that's like a metaphor for my own personal experiences with you know, the human condition. One of two things. One of two things.
Mm. So is this like so the comic you mentioned earlier, is that Trapstar Chronicles?
Yeah, that's Trapstar Chronicles, Volume Zero, coming out in 2 weeks, baby.
Can you tell us more about that? I have in parentheses, excuse to shill your Patreon. Also mention the parentheses for Metagag. So yeah, could you tell us more about that?
All right, so all right, here. Let me serious up real quick. Oh, I'm glad you asked that, Maple Milk. Thank you. So essentially, Trapstar Chronicles Volume Zero is the precursor to my new comic book series, Trapstar Chronicles. It follows TripleBeppo and other friends like Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump, Roach, Choops, Cosette Eclair, what other characters? Jaquavis, Yeah, it follows a cast of lovable characters. It's a blend of it's a very unique art style. It's a mixed media project. So I drew most of it with dollar store crayons. I have most of it done actually right behind me, and I made it very detailed and intricate. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it into Photoshop and mix it in with real like pictures, like photography and stuff.
Mm.
Like I'm gonna use like a picture of Jeffrey Epstein for when he appears, you know, just because I can't draw Jeffrey Epstein that well, and it adds a level of like charm to it that he's just like a real guy in this crayon world. Um, so basically, Volume Zero is the Epstein connection slash a paywalled origin story. It's going to describe the origin of me, where I came from, where my hood is at, how I came into contact with Jeffrey Epstein, how he changed my life, how I swallowed a dark orb of shadow energy in 2017 and completely altered my life course, my life trajectory, and made me into a trap star. And yeah, it's going to be available on Patreon and YouTube members. And if you just want to get that and you don't want to subscribe to my shit, you can either send me cryptocurrency, I'll DM you my wallet address, or you can send it to my management PayPal. But I would prefer you give me crypto.
And
But
which
yeah, that's
crypto
coming
is
out in
that?
2 weeks. Like $5, I don't know.
$5, and that's in Monero specifically, right?
It could be any crypto, honestly, as long as it's not like a shit coin, you know.
Oh yeah.
Unless it's like a good one, you know. Like if you have good judgment, you could send me $5 in shitcoin. But it's gonna be 50 pages, dude. It's all like unique crayon drawings. I'm gonna release it as an ebook, and then I'm going to pull up with the printed copy once I get pre-orders in. But you know, that's a little further down the line to see if there's any interest. I don't know if people are gonna like it, but should be fun.
We'll see. So why'd you go with mixed media? Actually, well, see, because you said it was like, kind of a mix of like things that you wanted to have, like, oh, you can't draw this, you can't do that, but you can do this.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, it's not even that like I can't draw it, because technically I could, it would just be shitty. I think number one, the aesthetic of my show, I always mix in like cartoon characters and photography, so it's like it kind of fits with the aesthetic. But also, I used the dollar store crayons just because number one, I enjoy drawing with crayons. Number two, I don't think anyone's ever done it before, so
Specifically, dollar store crayons is kind of funny.
yeah, I'm using crazy art. I'm using generic. I'm using I did actually buy some Crayolas just for black because I broke all the black crayons in the other sets, and I bought like 5 sets. So like, I just bought like a 12-pack of black Crayolas. They're good quality, you know. So
I didn't
it's
know they
better.
sold specifically like one color in 12 packs.
Oh, they do on eBay.
Oh shit, the eBay. Oh man, you got it. So you gotta. And what tier of patron is this comic going to be available at?
Oh, fucking all of them, dude.
All of them.
Literally, you can go for the $3 one. I don't even care.
$3 one, the $5 one, and the $100 one.
Yeah, $100 one, $25 one, $9 one, $3 one. I don't even care, dude. I just want you to see it. I want you to love it, and I want you to donate more money if you think it's fucking lit, you know? I don't know why I slipped into an accent there, but like,
perfect.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it, and hopefully it makes people give me more money. Hopefully people like it, and I can crowdfund a sequel, you know?
Well, that sounds good to me. I hope that goes well. I always love seeing people actually making shit instead of like complaining about how everything else is shit.
Oh, I mean, you're a VTuber on Twitter, so you probably see a lot more of that than I think the average content creator does. That place is a hellhole, dude.
Oh my
I don't
god,
know
it's
how you do
fucking
it.
terrible.
I don't know how you do it.
Listen, I don't have a VTuber in my bio. I try to keep
Neither
myself.
do I, and I will never.
Yeah, keep myself away. Cleanse my hand.
Yeah, hashtag ENVTuber, hashtag VTuber EN, hashtag VTuber.
Hashtag VTuber Alliance. VTubers will take over the world. VTubers this, VTubers that. Yeah.
Dude, VTuber Uprising.
Yeah. Oh my god. Fuck. I've had that block. That's the only terms I have blocked. I swear to God.
I sometimes browse them just for fun. Oh yeah, and then I did this. Oh wait. This is also related to my use of the ENVTuber tag, so that's why it's relevant. I just want you to see this. This was a night of debauchery where I was just sending money to people, and I was saying, I'm blessing my fans. I'm the only virtual idol who blesses my fans. And I said in it, to all the aspiring virtual idols out there, if you can't keep it real, get the fuck off the internet. And that's real. I don't know.
You
If you
can't keep it real. Get the fuck off the internet. Can't take the heat.
exactly.
You know.
That's my fan. He stood by me for 3 years. I had to bless him with like $50.
Shit, man. I mean,
That's just what I do.
that's the
I'm
move
just a
of a
baller
real
like
one.
that.
That's the move of a real one. What can I say?
Yeah, I was out there as a night of debauchery. I was having a lot of fun, going a little crazy. I was commissioning artists and then sending them like double what they asked for. And then I was talking in Discord about doing that, and he said jokingly, "Send me money." And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I will. I'm telling you, these VTubers, they ain't built like me. That's why I'm not a VTuber. I'm a virtual idol.
That's so you're built different. Fucking VTuber of the week. Nah, I'm Kizuna I. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I ain't no VTuber.
I'm a real
I'm a god.
god. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, it's about commissioning artists. I have this written down somewhere too.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So you commission like fucking tons of artists for your character, your troops,
Yeah.
character troops. Why do you do that? You have
I got in trouble for it like last week because I went a little too crazy. I was having a good time, and I was commissioning like $600 worth of art through the business account, and my management was like, "That's not good." And I said, "It's chill, dude. It's my money. I don't give a fuck." And then they were like, "Give me the password," and I said, "Okay." Then I got kicked off for like 3 days. Why do I do it though? Number one, I use them in videos. Number two, I think it's funny. Number three, I don't know. I just like to see the character in different art styles. I've been drawing her for like 7 years now, so I just enjoy it. And it's not like I ain't got the money, so why not? It's a better use of my money than like going to the club or going to the bars. Not that I don't do that, but like it's that's a better night of debauchery for me than like going out and like spending like $200 on a chick I don't even like,
hmm I mean that
which is something I've found myself doing a few times, regretfully so. So
it seems that you can relate to Drake's new album. Came out recently.
dude, I heard that album in the car yesterday. It was bad, dude. I don't even
so
like it.
sleepy. God, everything
It's like
fucking makes.
it was AIDS. Like he had a good run in like 2018, 2017, but I think recently he's been kind of lacking. He's been kind of flaccid. You
Lacking
know
and
what I'm saying?
slacking.
Lacking, slacking, and flaccid.
Flaccid. He needs to crank it up. Crank it up.
He needs to pump it up.
Pump up.
He needs to pump one out and then make an album.
If he did that,
That's
then
all I'm saying.
he'd write about a lot of different shit. I'd be honest.
Exactly, dude. He's always talking about like, oh, this girl, she's so bad, but I spent money on her. I gave her $40,000. I would never do that. I'll buy my girl McDonald's and she'll be happy to even be graced by my presence. You know what I'm saying?
What would you buy her?
I'd buy her a McDouble.
Damn.
And I would use the app, so I would get it for free. I would get it with points.
Damn. I did that shit today. God.
Dude, that's goated though. That's how you like get big money.
You save a fuck ton.
Sometimes everyone got to go to McDonald's,
Yeah.
So like, why not use the app and use that for your grind set, to like up your points, up your stacks, let you save another $3 in your bank account.
God, that's real. That's real. This is advice. You're getting what's the fucking Jay-Z line? You're getting $9 million worth of advice for $9.99 right now. Just write that shit down.
Exactly.
Use the app.
It's like in that one song where he goes, in that Pitbull song where he goes, ask for money, give you advice. Ask for advice, get money twice.
That's why he's the GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT. God.
I have to agree with that.
Yeah. Here's another question. Where did Choops come from? What is she based off of?
All right, so actually, if you did your freaking research,
I'm asking this for the audience. I did my
I'm
fucking
kidding.
research.
All right, why don't you answer the question then? Where'd you come from?
Well, I want you to answer it. I want you to answer.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought.
I'm just saying, I did the research.
Listen, a real fan, they would be on their knees begging for forgiveness right now. They'd be crying. They'd be in tears. But I guess I'll answer the question. I'll answer the question. All right. So I was a young little virtual idol, right? Actually, this was before the shadow orb flew into my mouth, so it was before I was a virtual idol. I was a I was a street artist, some might say, an illegal street artist who liked defacing public property. It was a big trend at the time to have a little cartoon character you could put alongside your like throwies and stuff. And I also did a lot of like slaps, so I needed a character, you know, a little cartoon character.
Right.
I was also trying to learn how to draw cute girls, right? So I was on 4chan.org/i/, and I was playing Tower Girls. And Choops' original design was based off of the Mimic Princess. That's why she has little M's on her cheeks, because it was like blush on the Mimic Princess, but I adapted it. And then I kind of like she started out as like a clone of the Mimic Princess, but with a devil horn headband and blue hair. But her hair was still covering her eyes. The haircut was still the same. But it eventually just like evolved incrementally, because I've been drawing the same character for 7 years, and now it's like in this current form where it's extremely marketable, and I want to get a plush. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, God.
So it's a combination of like 4chan influence and graffiti culture. That's how I did it originally.
Did you ever make stickers of her and slap them?
Oh yeah, that's what I meant by slaps. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, she is all over multiple cities in multiple states. Or at least she was. Maybe the cities have taken it down, but I'm sure in some sewer tunnels you can dox me, find out my location by finding her in random places.
So, you know, where did the whole Crack Smoker 96 thing come from?
So I like the trope of putting like a 2-digit number after your username, and I like smoking crack, so that's like where it came from.
It's based on a true story, basically. Ah.
No, I'm kidding. I actually got it from and I'm not going to dox this kid's name, but you remember that kid on Leafy, on Leafy's channel like years ago? He made fun of him. He was this Down syndrome kid who talked about like sucking cock and being a slut for cock.
Mm.
So he made another channel, and it's called I'm not going to say the name, but it's 2 digits of a number and something else that has to do with like cool drug use, right? So I just like adapted it and made it Crack Smoker, because I feel like that's like the hardest name you could make.
I was not expecting the actual backstory. I thought it was just something you came up off the top of your head.
Yeah, no, that's it. Everything I do is like a niche internet reference, at least on this channel.
How did the channel start? Did you start with Minecraft videos like everyone else?
No. I have like a very storied history on the internet that certain people know about, but they keep it under wraps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this channel in specific, it started during 2020, actually, when I was like a depressed person who just was coming to terms with the fact that all of my friends were dying, and you know, maybe living a degenerate lifestyle is maybe not the best thing you can do, and maybe I haven't made the best choices. So if you watch a lot of my earlier videos, you can kind of see like a twinge of that. I reviewed a lot of sad albums, and I would be like, this is the kind of album that makes you want to spiral into nothingness and completely disappear without making any of your friends and family sad. And you know, if you look behind the videos and you try to like measure my intent, it was really like an expression of how I was feeling at the time. So really, the channel's always kind of been just like a way for me to kind of like express my thoughts in my mind. Yeah, and that's how it started. But if you want secret lore, originally I wanted to make a creepypasta reading channel, because I was like, oh, you have to make like content. I want to get big, huh? And then I was just like, nah, that's gay. Making content is lame. I'm just gonna make videos instead.
Hmm. How do you think of the term content creator? I mean, you used it earlier, but I'm kind of wondering about the actual term.
I mean, I don't really mind the term, because it is true. Like, it's not like I just make like videos. Like, I'm not just like a YouTuber. I also stream. I also draw. I also like make comics. So I think it's more accurate to just say I make like internet content. But I don't like the connotation of the term, in that it kind of takes away from the artistry of the craft, you know?
Right.
Like, there's no better way to describe it, but at the same time, it does feel like a term that kind of diminishes what I am.
I did want to ask this because it is kind of like related to your like current content.
Oh, it's political, isn't it?
No. Well, actually, maybe.
Go for it.
I want to ask, why are you so interested in analyzing memes in reference to psychology, philosophy, stuff like that?
I think it's because it's something that like memes in themselves, a lot of people just don't really think about why they appeal to them. People are just kind of like, "Heh, that's epic. That's funny." So I like kind of like breaking it down. I like taking things like that are ironic and kind of like post-ironically taking them too seriously. Like it's ironic in that I'm taking something stupid seriously, but it's also like post-ironic because I'm taking that sort of like joke seriously, you know? Like I'm taking the joke of taking it seriously. So it's like post-irony in a way.
How many
I also
layers?
just find it fun.
How many layers of irony are you on?
I don't even know. It's probably uncountable.
Fair enough. Uh, I mean, I guess that I did really like that specifically, like the Sisyphus video. Although I will say that I guess at a certain point you will have a few overlapping like themes with a lot of the
Oh yeah. No, all of my schizo rants, I'm basically saying the same thing, but in different ways
mm,
and like to slightly different topics. I'm trying to like get out of that a little bit, but I'm just having fun, you know. I
yeah.
make the videos for me.
I don't know, it's a stylistic choice at some point, because if you just like choose to make something that's like
No,
around
I'm
this
I'm
topic.
switching it up though. I promise. I promise viewers. I'm switching it up. I'm doing here's a leak. Here's a leak of what
Oh
I'm
shit,
doing.
exclusive.
I have a bunch of scripts written for breaking down the big 6 philosophy questions. And I'm basically just going to say why all philosophers are gay and I'm smarter than them. And it's real. It's true. All the scripts are already written. I'm just like refining them so they're not like too personal. Yeah, so it's like I already addressed like what is beauty. I'm going to do one on like what is consciousness. Fucking like what makes a person a person. What are the other ones? I wrote the scripts a little while ago. Let's check it out. Let's see. Um, what are good and evil? Uh, is objective reality even possible? What is a just society, and what would that look like? Does individuality exist? Yeah, those are some of the questions. It's going to be a little series. I hope it'll be fun. I play it in a fun way. I always do.
I mean, you always have a certain style, but certain way conveying the same message, different ways. So I mean, it'll definitely be a
Oh, this time it's going to be different.
yeah. I
I'm
mean, you have
changing it
you
up.
have different questions in the first place, so if you can convey the same message in different ways, then you can convey different
Yeah.
messages in interesting ways.
I mean, my main message, like, just to break it down, it's literally just like start being cool, start being proud of yourself, stop being a loser. That's literally it. Like, I feel like a lot of people have like self-esteem issues nowadays, and if they just lived like they wanted to live and tried a little harder, I feel like people would be a lot happier.
Hmm.
That's basically it.
I wanted to ask about related to the rants recently. Um, and I have like a few questions related to those. I feel like
Oh,
that's
go for it.
obviously I didn't have time to watch every video on your channel. I mean, I was already watching a
Wow.
few, but yeah, I'm sorry,
All right, all
I'm
right.
not a super
Go for it. Go
fan,
for it.
but
Oh, that's a reference, isn't it? You did do your research, huh?
yeah. Uh, how do we escape irony poisoning, Beppo? How do we break these multiple fortified layers of
All right.
post irony and go back to
All right. So
genuineness?
I think irony poisoning, like in the way that we're using it right now, it usually refers to when people use irony as a shield to sort of mask like vulnerability or mask like their true thoughts on something. And that's usually just like 1 or 2 layers of irony. I think that the way to escape it is to go into the realm of like post irony, to where you are doing something that you seriously do believe, and you're not just playing it off as haha, but I'm joking. Instead, you're going as hard on it as possible, and the joke is that you're going so hard on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think that's how you escape the well.
So go deeper into irony to come back out.
You have to go so deep into irony that you're no longer being ironic and you're just being passionate. That's basically it.
Yeah, it's like it's like a typical joke of class clown. When he gets home, right? He's like, after the end of the day of being a clown, he just goes back and has to face himself in the mirror and say, "Yeah, I'm still a person underneath."
Yeah, exactly. Instead, he should just he should be the class clown fucking all the time, and he should go as hard as possible, even in private. You know what I mean?
Right. And then you
He just has to
become
keep it real.
so by being a clown all the way through, that is becomes who you are, and therefore the genuineness
Yeah, there's no more
shines through.
irony.
There's no more irony there.
Yeah, either he can choose to be like that depressed piece of shit he is when he's looking in the mirror when he gets home all the time, or he can choose to be like the funny, likable guy that everyone fucks with all the time. It's really just like a lifestyle change and a mindset change. And I know that that's like cliche, and that's like, oh, you're simplifying it. It's too easy that way. But it's like, I don't know, man. If you're able to be likable in front of a group of people for like 8 hours, go ask them to hang out. Like, go make some friends. You'll find yourself being happier. And if you are able to be likable for like 8 hours, that's probably like to some degree, that's who you are. Like, I don't know, man.
I mean,
I don't know.
at that point, like it would be like because aspects of your personality are your personality still. Like it's all what it makes up. It's like you are what you are in totality, right? So yeah, if you can
Yeah.
be that in like small doses, you still are part. That's part of you.
Yeah, like the meme of like the class clown getting home and being depressed. It's like that's just like not real. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you're funny and likable for 8 hours a day in school and you get home and you're feeling sad, it's like that's not like, oh, he took off the mask, that's the real him. No, like both of them are simultaneously him, and it's up to him like which aspect of himself he wants to cultivate, you know? Like I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, obviously we get to the fucking Gungian psychology or whatever the fuck anime shit they have in that game. But
Yeah. Don't even get me started on psychology.
did
Don't even get me started.
did you study psychology in like a school setting or anything, or just like hobby kind of thing?
I went to college, but I'm not going to comment on
Oh,
on
that's fine.
my docs, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm a lot more educated in the field than most people, and I will say the entire field's a fucking quack right now. It's not worth pursuing as a career. And it's not worth like taking super seriously. It does have good references and there are good theories out there and there are a lot of like good core solid foundational things, but the way it's going right now, it's just not a real science in my opinion. I
Shit.
think that it requires a lot of development and it needs a lot more things that are just not subjective. It relies way too much on subjective interpretation of one's own thoughts, and I don't think that's reliable at all. You can cut this part out, by the way. I know that me denouncing an entire field is a little controversial. I'm gonna post this commission of me getting beaten to death with a baseball bat. Yeah. Can you like that picture real quick?
Sure, why not?
Can you just hop on Twitter and like it?
I'm already on Twitter. Don't you worry.
Can you like retweet it too?
Uh, depends on how bad
Yo,
you're
you're
gonna
cutting
get.
out. I can't hear you, but I'm just going to assume you're gonna do that.
What the fuck? No, I'm cutting out.
Yo, I'm refreshing the page right now. I'm noticing you're not liking or retweeting
Oh,
my.
oh yeah. Don't worry. I got you. Don't worry.
I don't trust that. If you want this interview to continue, you're going to like the tweet. All right.
No, I already listen. I already like the tweets. You just didn't notice it. All right. And in fact, I already
Refreshing.
retweeted too.
All right. I'm refreshing. You better be telling the truth, buddy. There we go. All right. All right. Go ahead.
You
Ask me
thought
the
I
next
was
question.
lying. You thought I was fucking with you.
Listen, in this world, you don't know who you can trust. All right.
It's either
Word of
be.
advice: you can't wear your heart on your sleeve out here.
Let's go with another question here.
All right.
What's your favorite internet forum or wiki or anything? What's your favorite website? That might be a good question.
Favorite website? Probably YouTube. No,
Yeah.
but in terms of like a community where you can talk to, I don't really participate in any online communities to be honest. When I was like 14 or whatever, I loved 4chan slash I slash. That's the Oekaki board. It's the only one with a built-in like drawing feature. So we would like do like little drawing challenges and like there's a little timer. Like it would say how long you took on your drawing. It was like a little MS Paint, but specifically for 4chan. It was really cool. Um, but I haven't participated in any online communities other than my own in a long time. So
And how are you like cultivating that community? What are you like doing to? I mean, obviously you're making the videos, but like, is there anything else you're doing besides that?
I make the videos. I have a Discord server that you have to DM me and ask for a link to get a link. There are like 100 people in it so far. Uh, but it's kind of dying too. Honestly, I don't really do any form of promotion or anything. I just kind of like put my videos out. I stream sometimes. I make stuff, making a comic. I tweet. That's about it.
So your sewer sluts and your Crystal Castles videos are your most popular on the channel currently. How do you feel about them?
Yeah.
What do you think of them?
I hate those videos, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Um, so the Crystal Castles one, I actually liked that one because it made me $250, but oh god, it's so cringy. I was so awkward on the mic. And I was very well researched, I think, but one of my content strategies that I've been using like pretty much all the time is I will deliberately put in like edgy or abrasive like dog shit in my videos to make certain groups of people not watch and not like even bother. Um just like people who would not like me or like my content. So in the very beginning of the Crystal Castles video, I have a dog getting slapped in the balls and a guy saying the N word, and then throughout the video I drop like the R word and stuff.
Mm.
And I wish I didn't do that as much in that video because I could have made so much more money before being demonetized. But $250 ain't that bad. As for the sewer slut one, I was not well researched enough. I definitely could have done more research. I completely glanced over like multiple controversies that should have been addressed. So I made that one in like a couple hours though. That was like off the cuff, like barely any script.
Oh shit.
So
That's
I have a lot
actually
of regrets in terms of my biggest videos, but I think anyone does, especially when they were made like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
I mean, yeah. You upgraded your mic since then, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, I have a Rode Pod mic now.
What's your audio interface? Or is that a USB mic? I don't know.
It's a Scarlett Solo, I think.
Hmm.
Focusrite Scarlett Solo or something.
So if you want to be like TripleBeppo and you want a microphone, that is the microphone. Make sure you turn up your bass to the highest setting, because I think it'll be funny. Um,
That's true. If you want to be me, you better give up. You can't.
so this one's a little meta, but how did you come up with the questions for your interview with Plaster Brand?
I don't even remember honestly.
Fair
I
enough.
don't even know.
We'll pretend that it was some like deep, cool answer or something.
I was hoping that she would hop on a voice call so I wouldn't have to write questions. But she was like, "Oh, I'll just do email to you," and I was like, "All right, I guess
Yeah.
I'll take what I can get. I'll lap up the spilled milk off the ground just for a chance at talking to a internet legend."
Yeah, although I will say that whatever she said about the Numbasa Core track is like the same thing you said about the most popular videos. Like apparently as everyone, it's like smell like Teen Spirit, right? Everyone hates their fucking most popular shit.
Yeah, and I think that's also just because of like all the attention that goes onto it. Like, I have way worse videos than those two, but those two are the ones that like I dislike the most, just because of they're the ones that gain the most traction, so that's what people know me for.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of
Like I
like
think that's why it's annoying. It's not really so much that like it's any lower quality than any of my other stuff.
are you afraid of like getting like pigeonholed into like one thing, or is it like
Oh, I've gotten out of the pigeonhole. I was for a little bit though.
hmm,
Everyone wanted me to like, "Oh, dude, do a history video on this band." And I'm like, "I don't really want to do that all the time." I
right.
do have a couple scripted, but I don't want to do it all the time. So I just started like shitting out my ass and people liked it. So now I'm personality based content, which I think is preferable to everyone.
I guess so. I mean, clearly, like people are at least like, I feel like people are. Is this just like a? I don't have any evidence for this. It's just obviously just based on just like brain, but I feel like people are at least more engaged with like what you're saying in the videos because instead of just being like regurgitated information you can find on I don't know sewer slut wiki fucking articles, just some shit or some other video essay. At least giving your own opinions and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I just think it's more enjoyable, like from my own standpoint, to do personality based content, just because like informational based content, it's like, all right, I got 40,000 views on my video, I got like $200 from it. Number one, that's like not even a lot of money. Number two, like I don't know, man. I just think like I would have quit years ago if I had stuck with like not doing things where it's just me, you know?
Mm.
I like people liking me for me, and it kind of makes me like uncancelable to my core audience in a way, because it's like if you're in my core audience, you know what I'm about, like what's up, what's good.
Yeah. It's
Like so it's not like I'm going to do something that shatters your perception of me or anything. I'm not a Minecraft YouTuber. I'm not family friendly. But I'm just saying like informational content, drama content, all that stuff. If you want to be like a YouTuber, like go for that. That's cool. You'll get views. You'll get like, people who are like, "Wow, dude, I like your covering of this story." But I don't need that. Like, I'm doing pretty good IRL, so I don't even mind. I don't even mind the reduced views because I have a loyal fan base who loves me and worships me. Also, I get more money on Patreon than anyone else my channel size. So my fans are really down with the shits.
I mean, obviously you like have like because anyone who would stumble upon your stuff in general would not be like fucking Joe Normie off the street. I mean, you cover like breakcore and music that you see on like the
Yeah, but
depths
I
of
think
YouTube.
those guys are kind of like because I pigeonholed myself into that genre too. Like the whole like, oh yeah, I'm cooler than you because I listen to like obscure breakcore that sounds like fucking dog shit, and it's like I listen to Sewer Clone 89. It's like I don't like those people either. So that's why I started shifting to like skitzo rants and talking about like just random shit. Cause I got tired of those people just like always like saying like always just judging people. Really, it's just like I don't know. I lost the plot on whatever I was trying to say there, but I hate pretentious music assholes just as much as I hate normies. So
Right.
I try to get rid of them both. I just want people who like me. You know,
That's all
I
we
want the
want.
Beppos.
Beppos.
That's all I want.
What's your favorite Nirvana album? I just have to ask that to every guest because I like Nirvana.
Um, You want me to be dead honest?
Be
Never
dead
listened
serious.
to a full Nirvana album all the way
Ooh,
through.
shit. Wow.
Which is kind of funny because like I wore the t-shirt in high school and I painted my nails and stuff and I was like, dude, Kurt Cobain's awesome. But I've never listened to a full album all the way through.
Damn. I mean, that's fine. But I just, it's
No,
kind of
it's okay.
funny.
Judge me. Judge me. Go
It's,
ahead.
name 3 Nirvana songs right now. But, I could see you
Dude,
say
I had
that.
a girl ask that and like I was so like embarrassed and flustered, but what I did was I just named the 3 most popular tracks that I remembered. She was like, "Oh my god." And I got a date with her and you know what went down after that. You know what I'm saying?
No fucking way.
It was because I was wearing the shirt, dude.
Oh my
That's why I wore
god.
the shirt.
I gotta buy I make sure I specifically buy the Nirvana shirt with the the typical
Yeah, the little
logo,
smiley face.
the smiley
Yeah, the
face.
classic.
Not the
I got
album
it at like
cover.
I got it at like Old Navy or something. Got it
uh,
at like Kohl's.
do you like any of those any other I guess boomer bands,
Um, hmm. I've been listening to a lot of like 80s music. I've been listening to a lot of Billy Joel. I've been listening to a lot of David Bowie, but I've always been listening to those two. So, what else have I been into recently? I listened to the Smiths on my way home from work. I know that a lot of people are gonna shit on me for that, but it's what my dad listened to. So, respect to pops, right?
Right.
Um, Actually, no, I've been listening to a lot of Louis Armstrong, dude.
Oh, like the jazz artist.
Yeah. Like even before he started singing like the hot fives and the hot sevens, like when he was just a trumpet player, he was goated, dude. I don't know. Did you know he first got arrested at 13 for firing a pistol into the air during a celebration?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they put him in the colored prison and apparently it sucked.
As prisons usually do.
Well,
Um
no, that one was like worse than like the white one.
yeah. I mean, obviously like cuz he was born like 1901, so
Yeah,
It
no,
was
he was old.
it was not like they had like laws to keep prisoners like safe, especially people of color or anything.
Yeah,
So
people they didn't really care about that much.
yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it was really
13?
messed up. Yeah, 13.
Wow.
Yeah,
How much did you
which
research
was
into
right
this?
around the time that I caught my first rap too. So that's why I respect him. I'm relatable. He also talked about weed a lot, and he called it what do you call it? Like midget or something. Like he called it like something weird, or no, moogles or something like that. Like he called it like moogles. Like he was like smoking on moogles, and I was like, what are moogles?
Is that the fucking Final Fantasy thing, the creature or something?
I might be mixing it up right now.
Moogles. Moogles weed? Moogles are the Final Fantasy race.
All right, yeah, here. Look up what did Louis Armstrong call weed?
What did Louis Armstrong call weed? Uh
He had a word for it, and it was funny. Uh, oh, muggles. He called it muggles.
Muggles.
Yeah, he's calling it. He's like smoking on muggles,
Oh
smoking on
god.
that muggle pack. I can't believe J.K. Rowling co-opted that term. They should have kept it as weed, not as a normie.
So what games what are your like favorite games? What have you been playing at least, recently relatively?
Uh, I usually don't play a lot of video games, to be honest,
Mm.
because I kind of feel like I'm wasting my time unless I'm like using it for content. So I've been recording a lot of like modded Left 4 Dead 2 for B-roll for videos. That's pretty fun. Um, I only really enjoy video games when I'm under the influence though, so it's like I don't know. I feel like I've kind of grown out of it. I used to be a big gamer though back in the day.
What's that zombie game that you use in your like footage? Is that not the
That's
Left 4 Dead?
Zombie Army Trilogy.
Okay.
That one's pretty epic. And then I also use Left 4 Dead 2, but I modded all the characters into Hololive girls.
What's the best Hololive girl, by the way? That's a good question.
It would be Guru if she streamed,
Right.
but she doesn't stream, so probably. Man, I haven't been keeping up to date. Probably oh, probably uh in EN aside from Gura, probably Mume,
Mm.
and in JP probably probably the dog Korone.
Right. Corona, right.
Yeah,
But
I would like
Beppo,
Okayu, but her neck sounds thick. You know what I'm saying?
next sound. What the fuck?
Like I would like Okayu, but the way she talks, her neck sounds thick.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like I don't know what I thought you thought. Um, okay. She does have like a kind of deeper voice, doesn't she?
Yeah, it like sounds like she's got like a girthy neck. You know what I'm saying?
Girthy ass neck. Uh,
Like I
shit.
can tell. Like I heard her voice in this one part. I used to like her a lot. I used to listen to her karaoke streams. Heard this one note she hit, and I said, "Damn, her neck sounds thick." Go ahead, ask me what you're gonna ask me.
Fuck, what was I gonna ask you? Oh yeah, but Beppo, what about Indonesia? How Live Indonesia?
I think that they horny bait too much. I don't really like it. I honestly hate when VTubers act lewd. So probably none of them.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And the ones that don't act lewd are like the ones with the deeper voices. And I don't really like girls with deep voices. So
Um, let's go to another question. What do you think about Flipnote Studio? I wrote this one down. Were you on Flipnote Hatena? Or were you not?
no, I never used it in my life.
Never. Did you have a
I used to
DS?
watch Warrior Cats animations done on it, but I don't know. When I was younger, I was never really into drawing or animations or anything until I got into graffiti.
Mm-hmm. So you
That
never
was
like what's it called? You never used Newgrounds or anything?
I played games on it,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't like make anything on it, you know.
You ever play Battle Block Theater?
No.
Good ass game. Um, God, that's a good ass game. But the guy who was voice acted in it, Stamper, I think there was
Oh,
like
I love Stamper, dude. I love Sleepycast. Yeah, he's a alcoholic degenerate now, right?
Yeah, I think he did like I think it was like something about him like doing like some drug. I think it was actually crack or something like some like hard drug or something. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I'm in no position to judge him, right? But
yeah.
if you're if you're messing up to the point where people are finding your like public records and like that's like the drama about you and you're still not relevant, I don't know, man.
Oh shit. Oh,
That's joking. I love you, Stamper. You're a really funny guy, but you need to get your shit together, dude.
I hope he does. His voice is just amazing.
Dude, he's like a comedic genius, like genuinely. His timing is great, his writing's great, his delivery's great, but he's a slave to his vices, and
Yeah.
until he can shape up, I have no respect for him.
That man does
Because you
something
got to know how to control
insane
this shit, you know?
I mean, yeah, it's like you have to like strike a balance between like, going off the wall and, being somewhat of a professional. Obviously there's like two sides of that, being what
Yeah.
the fuck is his name? I don't know, Charlie, whatever the fuck, good old Charlie, the folk singer, the Charlie guy. The murderer one. And the right left side of being, Jeff Bezos, boring ass suits, whatever the fuck. I don't know. Maybe Jeff Bezos isn't a good example. Maybe just like your local fucking
Oh, he
manager.
parties hard. I know that
Yeah.
for a fact.
Jeff
I'll
Bezos
tell you that
definitely
much.
parties hard. Local manager fucker sells paper to paper buyers or some shit. There's two sides of the same coin.
Listen, dude, but I'll tell you this much. If I were him, be a lot crazier.
What of Stamper?
Oh, no, if I were Jeff Bezos. If I were Stamper, I'd be less crazy. No, actually, I don't know. Honestly, Stamper does have a right to feel the way he does based on what I know. But at the same time, you can't lose yourself in that, you know? Like,
Yeah.
if I were to use that as an excuse, I would be lost already. I'd probably be dead. But you just got to strike a balance. You got to have fun, but also you got to be responsible and do shit. It's more fun to do shit anyways, especially while you're being irresponsible, you know what I'm saying? Like he should channel that crack energy into making cartoons again.
Yeah, like what's Stephen King or something.
He should switch the crack out for like Adderall or something. I don't know.
Like with Adderall.
I don't encourage that, by the way, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, Stamper, get your shit together, dude.
Right. Well, you heard it here, folks. Stamper, get your shit together. This is a call out. Positive call outs. Please improve.
It's a positive call out. Stamper, if you actually start improving your life, I will help you. I will genuinely help you. I'm rich. I'm tall. I'm fit. I could get your life together. I could be your personal trainer.
We'll get you into AA meetings for drugs.
You just have to not dox my identity, which I don't trust you to do.
Yeah, Stamper would do that. Well, that's at your own risk, I guess. Depends on how much you want to help him, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm JKing, but I wish Stamper the best.
Yeah. I wouldn't wish anyone who made what's the fucking video? There's this. I mean, all I remember about Stamper is that he had this like
Potato salad.
Yeah, that was a good one. Stamper
The
TV.
Mr. Bean one.
God, there's so many good Stamper videos. The video I was thinking of was not it was I was thinking about fucking the Fox video, the one where he just has the fucking fox. I can't remember any other ones, but apparently the Starscream
Oh yeah,
one,
Garbage the Fox.
Garbage the Fox.
I love Garbage the Fox. Such a weird trilogy.
God,
Dude, I can't believe they had like an actual like office building. That's sick.
For Sleepy Cast.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
They should have done so much more with it.
Yeah, like, I don't know why they didn't like. Did they even do animations?
Not really, because Zach and Chris and all of them pretty much were trying to work on Hellbenders. They're trying to pitch it to Adult Swim.
Oh yeah.
So they're like very preoccupied. So they just used it for like podcasts. I think Corey and them did some like drawing and animations too, but they didn't like main channel upload or grind or anything, you know?
God, I mean, as long as whatever came out of it, I still like the Sleepy Cast. It's funny as shit,
no, I'm appreciative for what we got. I'm just
Yeah.
always wishing for more, you know.
Yeah, what could have been, it's like Nirvana. Well, what could have been?
I wouldn't know, but
You wouldn't know, but please agree with me, so I sound not stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
So, speaking of what could have been, what do you think you want your legacy to be when it comes to YouTube? What is your like preferred legacy?
I want to make a statement showing that at one point in my life I was still relatively sane. You know what I mean? I want this to be like a reminder of my brilliant mind and who I am, just so that people don't forget.
You'll if after you die in an explosion or mysterious circumstances or something, this will be there to show that you were
You want me
once.
to let you in on a Patreon exclusive secret to do with that?
Sure, hold on.
I have a dead man switch. It'll keep me alive for like 6 months online. No one will know I'm dead, and then there will be an announcement, and I'll have like a family member or something edit it, say what happened. It'll fully dox me. It'll tell you about all my achievements, who I really was. It's gonna be awesome. But for now, it's just sitting as a folder on my computer with written instructions on what to do.
You'd have to like keep that edited. Like you have to like edit if you like accomplish more shit, then you have to like keep editing it like to keep it up, right?
Oh no, it's uh it's like you could edit like the text in it, so it's chill. Like
Okay.
there's a background spot where I say put text here,
Mm-hmm.
just so that whoever is doing it. I have like 3 people who have the task of doing it, and they'll coordinate with each other.
The three keys.
Basically, if I don't respond for like a week, and it'll all go into motion, and they'll I have like kind of an autobiography written up, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Like what if you like get into like I don't know a fucking coma or like a fucking American car crash or something?
Like 2 of the 3 people like can check on me IRL if need be, so and they have the means to. Like it's not like it would trouble them that much, so
Oh, okay.
they would do that. Like that's the first step if I disappear.
Have you gotten any suggestions that are the worst thing that you've ever heard? Yeah, and you had tried to make a video on it, but you didn't work out. I don't know why I asked
No,
that.
I just don't make videos on things that I don't like.
Hmm.
If you notice that all my reviews are positive. I've never made a negative review. The
You
one
ever-
thing I do dislike though is when people try to like self-promo their music, even in like a sly way. They're like, "Oh, you should review this album." Hee hee. And I'm like, "Pay me $150. That's my fee. That's my fee for reviewing someone's album that they made." And nobody ever wants to pay it. People DM me and say, "Oh, you should review this album." And it's like obviously theirs, and it's like, dude,
just uploaded 0 views. Like
yeah, no, literally, it's like it's just uploaded and it has like the same name as their like email, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, why are you emailing my management trying to like self promo your shit and not paying us?
oh my
It's
God.
$150. You want me to review your music? I'll be honest about it. $150, crypto only, so you can't refund scam me.
Oh shit. Not the PayPal anyway. Oh shit.
No, and that's real shit. I literally people email me all the time trying to get me to like review shit. And if they're trying to self promo, I'll be like $150 in crypto. And nobody ever does it. Nobody wants that.
God. I mean,
Nobody's willing to sacrifice for their art.
truly, we live in an age of people who aren't taking their art to the next level. Back in the day, you used to
Uncultured
burn.
swines.
You used to burn for your fucking art, all right?
If you want me to review your album, either get a tattoo with my username on it on a place that's visible, or $150 in crypto. That's it. Any crypto. Literally any crypto.
Even the shit coins.
Maybe.
Oh shit. What are your top 2 favorite mental illnesses? Why did I write that one down?
Top 2. Number 1, schizophrenia.
Okay.
That shit's goated. It makes you actually really cool. Like, it makes you based if you know how to use it.
Uh-huh.
Number 2, polysubstance addiction.
Ooh. All of the substances?
Yeah, it just means like multiple.
Damn. Shit. Polysubstance addiction. That's a new one.
Yeah, it's
got
just like an addiction to like just being intoxicated in general.
that reminds me of you ever watch that movie fucking Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Good ass movie. I don't have much to say about it. I just wanted to mention. I just love mentioning that movie.
You ever watch The Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, I fucking love that movie.
That's literally me, dude. That's literally my
Yeah.
life.
They're
I'm
two
basically
wolves.
him, except not a scammer. I'm him if he was real
Feels a
and if he was a
real
virtual
wolf.
idol.
if what the fuck is his name? The
Jordan
investor.
Belfort.
Yeah, if he was a fucking VTuber, who would he be? Besides you, obviously.
Honestly, probably no one,
No
because
one.
VTuber community is very. I'm gonna be honest. Like I like VTubers and stuff, and I think the medium has a lot of room for growth. But I think a lot of VTubers are fucking gay. Like, and not gay in like a homosexual way, but like they're just like lame. I don't know.
Yeah.
The culture around it has a lot of room for improvement. And
Listen.
you know, because
Yeah.
you've seen VTweeters and all that.
Oh,
Like,
I fucking know. Don't you worry.
these guys are weak. I could kill any of them with just my mind.
Your brain explode them with like the Akira powers or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm the
Shit.
mind flayer to sensitive people. I'm the mind flayer. I get into your head and I fuck with it.
Head mind fuck.
Have you ever heard of the 48 laws of power? That's basically me. I'm literally that. I'm basically Light from Death Note. That's all I'm trying to say here.
Yeah. You ever heard of The Secret? Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, you ever read Machiavelli the Prince? Yeah, that's basically me.
Yeah. You ever listened to Machiavelli the album? Yeah. I
You ever
thought so.
watch Top 5 Sigma Male Traits? Yeah, all of those are basically me.
So you. So me.
That's like real. That's actually who I am in real life. You ever watch Classroom of the Elite? Yeah, I'm basically Ayana Koji. That's basically me. Sorry, gamers. Sorry I had to break it to you like this, but I'm a master manipulator, master gaslighter, and I enjoy just playing with people like pawns in a chess game. And that's what you are. I mean, everyone's just such a lower level than me that you're basically just a little toy for me to play with and discard when I'm done with. You know, that's basically it.
What's your favorite historical event?
Historical event?
Yeah.
I probably can't say my number one, but I'll tell you my number two.
Go ahead.
Probably the birth of Christ.
Based. Based. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, like every major Abrahamic religion, like that's a pretty big part of it, you know? Like if you were there on that day, you know, regardless of what is myth and what is like real, you know, the guy was real. He's in the prison records. So if you pulled up to his birth, you saw him going, that would be like probably the most goated thing of all time. You could probably like hop in the time machine, go back to year zero. Or I guess
Uh,
no, it would be like year like negative 33 or something.
yeah, some
But
weird ass fucking BC shit.
yeah, that'd be chill. I would be down to see that.
What do you think of? Actually, that's like I was gonna fucking compare. It's like seeing the Beatles live when they first performed the Nativity of Jesus. Same thing.
I mean, like, yeah, if you think about it, like the Three Kings, they were basically stans. You know, they were basically just like fans of him.
They're the
They're like
first
his,
stand.
they're his top three Patreon donors.
Oh shit.
They're like the TripleBeppo super simps. You know, they're the biggest
God.
donors possible. By the way, everybody, please super simp for me. I send you a handwritten love letter and 5 crayon drawings.
5 crayon drawings.
Yeah, and sometimes it gets lost in the mail, but you just
Oh,
have to DM me and I'll send you a different one.
that's exclusive right here. That's
They check my mail, so sometimes they like rip open it and it gets lost.
imagine those FBI agents sniffing your letters. Sickening. What do you think of the cyberpunk genre? Fit your channel, your vibe, and this whole digital dystopia that we are living in. So, what do you think?
I quite like it. Honestly, that's kind of like the way I live my life in a way. Like, you know, without all the neon lights and glamour and stuff, but I'm like I'm a lovable rogue, right? And I've integrated technology into my life in ways that I never really expected I would be able to. All my money is basically based on like my use of technology. Everything that I do has technology integrated, and I'm a really big believer in you know, integrating technology into your life, but also like moderating your consumption of media. Like I think a popular misconception when it comes to me is that like I'm some kind of like Luddite who only uses the internet for content creation, but no, I use it for everything. I just try not to like watch too much YouTube or play too many video games, you know? So basically I love the cyberpunk aesthetic and I try to live it. Like if you saw how I dressed, it's like I just live it. I have a virtual character that I pretend to be online, and I have a lot of fun with it. I'm not going to describe the other things that I do, but it's baller. I don't know. Sorry if that answer made no sense.
It made enough sense, you know. Makes enough sense. Answer my
Yeah,
question
that's
at
good
least.
enough.
Yeah, we don't aim at the we don't aim high here at the Maple Milk channel. We aim low. We aim to please. Um,
Yeah.
what's it called? Oh, I have this one. What do you think of Brazil? I don't know why I have that one there.
Brazil, I have some fans from Brazil, and they seem pretty chill. I've heard that people party hard out there, and I've seen videos of it. Uh, Also, there's some like big booty bitches out there that are kind of fire. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
maybe I've actually been considering going, but I can't speak Portuguese, so like if they just spoke Spanish like normal people, I'd be happy and I would go there instantly. But unfortunately, they're weirdos who speak Portuguese. So shout out Brazil, you guys are cool, but I wish you spoke Spanish.
So is that a confirmation that if you did know Portuguese, you had a translator, that you would go to Brazil? In fact.
Yeah, no, I legitimately would. I've been considering it, but I think first what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like go month by month, maybe like Colombia, maybe like Central Mexico once it calms down over there. Maybe like yeah, I don't know. I think it would be really cool to just bring a laptop out there and just like work like on my YouTube stuff and my personal like business stuff and like I don't know, it'd just be nice. Chill out, big booty babes, pharmacies, fucking going to the beach. Sounds
Um,
nice.
what's it called? If you were like, well, I mean, if, because wouldn't you go there as like a vacation or something?
No, no,
You just
I
go
would
there to
go
work.
month by month. I'd be renting like a house for a month and then
Mhm.
going next month to another place. Like, be cool.
Okay, so like a sh- short midterm visit, I guess.
Yeah, like maybe just like 3 months, you know? Just, I don't have any time for it like now or in the next few years, but one day, one day.
Right.
Gotta buy a house first out here.
Oh god, that's gonna be a while. Yeah.
No, that's not that long.
This one's a short one. Yo, you smoke weed?
I used to a lot, but, no.
Not
I
anymore.
only do real. Never mind.
Yeah. You
Yeah, no,
can't
I
keep up
used
that.
to, but it started making me like really paranoid and freaking out. So I was like, I don't really feel like that no more. Give you like hallucinations, make you go crazy. I do it every once in a while though, just for like fun. But it gives me too much brain fog and it's like not really that fun for me. So I only do it like out with friends, like when I'm drinking or something.
What video took the most time to work on? That's one I was gonna ask.
I don't even know, to be honest. I used to have videos that would take like 30 hours editing, but it was just because I didn't know how to edit.
Oh.
Um, I don't think there's any particular video that sticks out to me as having taken the longest time.
You said that you like cranked out a bunch of videos like in a short amount of time, like the sewer slut video, and it took like I don't know, like a couple days, right? Like, how do you like how do you do that? First of all, I need advice. Like,
Um, so would you consider yourself a healthy person?
generally, I guess.
Like, do you care about your health?
Yep.
All right, I can't give you advice.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I don't care about health. I don't care about my health that much. I mean, we're working on YouTube here. Obviously, we're not, we're not.
Listen, have you dipped your toes into the video essay genre?
You could say so, yeah.
Have you talked to people who are successful in this space?
Um, not yet. I haven't had their contact
All right,
information yet, but
they've all got a secret.
what's the secret?
I'll tell you that much.
Oh, the secret is a secret. It's a secret sauce.
No, the secret's just that all video essayists do Adderall and it's like really bad.
That's fair.
Because I
Uh,
mean, think about it. They're editing for like 20 hours straight. They're making like a video a week on like some random topic that they have to obsessively research for like hours. Like, how would you not, you know?
that just means they're autistic. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like if you're not, you ain't got that like autism power, you know?
Oh,
If you're on the spectrum, uh you don't need like any assistance. You don't need performance enhancing drugs, but a lot of the people in the space, like, you know, they'll hide it or they'll like not admit to it, but some of them admit to it, where it's like, yeah, that's the thing. That's a real thing. By the way, don't extrapolate that out to the people that I've talked to, because no, they have not said that to me at all. So don't like accuse my YouTube friends or people that I've talked to online, because these are people that I'm talking about that you don't know.
These are completely different people.
Yeah, completely different people. So
right. I was gonna say, if if having autism was a positive trait for, like, YouTube video essayists, if using Adderall would be performance enhancing for a video essayist, right? Chris Chan would probably be like Wilt Chamberlain, like, the natural what's it called, natural talent of that, wouldn't they be?
well, that's the thing. I think autism is like, it's like a natural gift for obsessively researching stuff, but you also have to like have the motivation and the drive to edit a video for 45 hours and like pump it out consistently and make it all coherent, write a script. It's like it takes more than just simple autism. It takes like a whole new level. You got to have autism and like Sigma male grind set.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, most people turn to taking basically brain steroids to deal with that.
They're just not built right. They're just not. I mean, they're not built the same way.
They're not built for this game.
They're not built for it. Bro thought he was built for this. Nah.
But yeah, that's the thing. I'm not built to make video essays, so that's why I stopped making them. Because it's like, I just don't enjoy the process. I'm not like on the spectrum enough.
Right. Yeah.
In fact, I'm not on the spectrum at all. Or so they say. My mom thought I was autistic when I was a kid, but they didn't confirm it or nothing. I'm not diagnosed, so I'm basically normal, except for like the other stuff,
Obviously, clearly, all this stuff that we've covered in this podcast, is very normal.
Everything I say is normal. I'm basically the most normal person ever.
Yeah. Everything you say is a joke, actually, because that's on the bottom of your description.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's all a character. So,
all a mask.
Just so you know, it's all a character. I'm gonna go mask off for a second. You ready?
Oh shit.
Hello, everybody. I am normal. All right, mask back on. See, I told you guys.
Shit, it's normal.
I'm basically like, yeah, it's like that episode of SpongeBob.
Yeah. Hi.
I'm just trying to entertain an audience here. I'm trying to be a cool and funny YouTuber. Yeah. That's all it is.
We have like 50,000 masks on us right now. As genuine as I try to be, I still have like 500,000 masks because.
Oh yeah, no, that was like probably like 25% of my masks coming off.
Yeah.
But that's what the mask is. That's what the point of the mask is.
Ah. What's your favorite brand of what's it called? I was gonna say like milk, but that's not like you have the fucking regular ass milk brand. Like
I just get like whole milk.
Oh shit. Whole milk? Not even like not skim? Wow. That's real.
No, I'm bulking, dude. I'm trying to get big, so yeah. I get like whole milk, I mix in like protein powder, I go crazy.
No fucking way. Bulking. We're gonna see Beppo.
I eat like 4,500 calories a day.
4,000. I mean, shit, I probably eat half of that per day, but that's
all right, here. This is like not even a question you're asking, but I think the audience would like to hear it because I've been talking about this.
Sure.
The reason I've been going so hard on like the whole fitness thing and like eating a bunch, I was like really underweight for like a lot of my life, for like most of my life actually, and I didn't even like acknowledge it or care about it. And when I got into more degenerate stuff, it's like, my health declined even more. So I was like severely underweight. I was like, you could like see my ribs and stuff. I wasn't like anorexic looking or anything. Like I still had a little layer of fat, but it was not like a healthy weight. So now I'm a healthy weight. I'm getting big, That's why I've been talking about it so much. Just because it's like dealing with a problem that's like plagued me for a while, and I'm proud of myself for finally overcoming that. And now I'm trying to surpass it and go even further and get chiseled and freaking big.
It's like what's it called? It's like when people like grow up poor or whatever, they don't have any food, and then they kind of like get that Sigma mill grind set and like become rich or whatever, and then they buy food stores, and they're like, ah, yes, I own all the food now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that arc for myself too. So we're getting there. We're working on
yeah.
it.
It'll fall for what's the fucking thing? It'll rain fall. It'll trickle down, right? It'll trickle down.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for the trickle down economics to kick in.
Yeah, it'll trickle down one day. Um,
I'm still waiting.
you have any editing tips?
I think it's really fun to recognize when your videos are getting boring and just put in like random shit, like things that you would think are funny.
Hmm.
I think it's a generally good rule of thumb to and I know that this is like stupid, and I know that this is everything that I don't stand for because I hate the fact that like content is getting stupid and like attention spans are low, but put gameplay in the background of any part that you think is boring, like because I make videos where I just talk. So what I do is I speed up gameplay to 150%. I overlay stars on top of it, and it keeps my people entertained. It keeps their little brains stimulated. It's pretty awesome.
That's a good
That's
tip.
my advice to any up and coming YouTuber. Just put gameplay in it.
That is a good tip, actually. Holy shit, I didn't think of that.
Because like people are super ADHD, like people not ADHD, but they just like don't have attention spans.
Right.
You gotta like keep their eyes stimulated so they don't click off and click on the next shiny new thumbnail, you know? I realized that like a while ago, and even though I hate like the whole like gameplay commentary, it makes sense, you know?
Did you ever play CS:GO surfing, just in general?
I did, yeah. Because
Was
of Leafy.
You didn't play it before? You weren't a early adopter?
Nah. I played regular CS:GO before that, but
I don't know anything about like CS:GO, so like, are you gonna play CS:GO 2 first of all?
no. As I said, I don't really play video games anymore.
Right. I was gonna see if you like
Aside from
try
like
it.
for B-roll.
Right. Not even for a stream.
I would maybe play for a stream, but I don't know. That one's like it's the kind of game where you like have to be good at it for it to be like fun.
Right.
And I'm probably not good at it after all these years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're playing like a competitive shooter like that, it's the beginning stages that are just kind of like they're just like not fun to like grind out, and they're also not fun to watch. So I'll probably like never stream that unless like there's a VTuber group or something that wants me to. Like I would do it like as a social thing, but for myself, no, probably not.
You ever play boomer shooters, right? Like,
Yeah, no, I love boomer shooters. That's like the one genre of game I can tolerate nowadays.
yeah. You ever play those online?
No,
Okay. Because I'm thinking about it, I'm like, it's like at
I've
this
never
point,
played Quake.
oh man, I want to play Quake Online one day. At least like maybe not Quake 3 Arena, just Quake 1. I like Quake 1 the best. Um,
I've never
yeah.
played any of them. People have told me to, and I think I would like it. I just haven't gotten around to it.
You've never played like wait, so what boomer shooters have you played? Like boomer type
I've
shooters?
played like Doom 2,
Mm,
Wolfenstein.
mm,
What's it called? I've been playing a lot of the ones that are like modern reimaginings of the genre.
like Dusk.
Like yeah, Dusk, Post Void. Uh Post Void's really good. I recommend everyone to play that.
Yeah, please play Post Void. I had someone recommend me that one time. It's like $3, I think, and that game is like
Yeah,
addictive as hell.
it's insane. One of my favorite games to just like play around on. It's very fast paced, you know? It's very stimulating. Oh. What's the genre of like 2000s like campaign shooters that just like have like the like PS1 to PS2 kind of aesthetic?
Like
Certain
the fucking World War II ones type shit.
well like Fear, like what's it called? Like the 2000s like first person shooters where it's like campaign mode only and it's like story based kind of, but it's like I don't know, it's like the evolution of boomer shooters.
Like Deus Ex or
'Cause
something.
yeah, like
Simulation sims, I think. Simulation shooters.
yeah, something like that. I really love those too. Like I don't really like modern shooters because I feel like there's way too much of an emphasis on like realism nowadays, I think. And like I love Tarkov, right? Uh but I feel like realistic graphics don't really lend themselves to the genre that much because it's just like too much going on. And I prefer like the simplified sort of aesthetic. Like you ever play like Fear? I keep on saying Fear. Fuck.
I think there were like two versions of Fear, right? There's like
Yeah,
2004
there's
one.
Fear.
Like,
There's Fear the Perseus Mandate. There's Fear Extraction. There's Fear something else. Fear 2. Fear 3. I'm talking about the original though.
oh, like 2000s one.
Yeah.
Shit.
Sorry all my answers are super long-winded, but
We listen. I am asking you to make. No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Fear game. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Psychological horror. Right. I haven't played it. I don't.
Basically, I'm just talking about like the graphics and the sort of like aesthetic of it, where like everyone has like smooth faces, and like everything's just like a 2D texture on like a slow poly object, you know?
Yeah, I kind of what you mean. Like that's kind of like yeah, that's definitely a 2005
Yeah, like
uh
it looks dated. You know what I mean? Like I like that.
Max Payne type shit. That's kind of what I'm looking at.
Yeah, yeah. Like I feel like newer realistic graphics just kind of like suck. Like I don't like it. Because it's not realistic enough for me to be like, whoa, I'm in the game. But it's just realistic enough to me for me to like get annoyed at like, why is this so detailed? It's like it just looks bad. There's no style to it, you know?
Hmm. Actually, what do you think of Overwatch? Because I actually am curious about that now.
I played it when it came out in like 2016. Um, then I got tired of it.
Yeah, seems like a lot of people
That's pretty
do.
much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's a good example of like the at least
Yeah, it
like
was a good
design
style
wise.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the character designs were so good that they've lasted for, long past the game's relevancy.
Yeah.
Even Overwatch 2 aside, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
People love those designs
Yep. They do love them.
because they're
Man,
good.
they're great designs. I mean, it's the same thing with like I don't know. Like I fucking hate League, right? I fucking hate League, but it's the character designs. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Character designs for League are amazing. They're pretty much like industry top tier as for at least for the video game industry. I don't know about cartoons or whatever fuck or whatever
Yeah.
else industry, but yeah.
No, I mean I used to be a big leaguer myself, you know. I used to play it like all day every day when I was like probably like 14 or something. Same time I was going on 4chan.
Right.
And good times, man.
Everyone has
I
a League
really
phase.
yeah, I really loved the game. But then I got tired of it because you have to sink so much time into being good, and if you're not good, your friends don't want to play with you. So I was just like, I'm just gonna not play this anymore.
God, that's like the opposite of fighting games, where it's like, you know, if you're too good, then people don't want to fuck with you. But if you're like worse than them, they want to play with you so they could feel better about winning or thinking, feel better about
Yeah.
losing, whatever the fuck, feel
Yeah,
want to
I get
win.
what you mean.
Yeah, God, love
Yeah, I
fighting
don't
games.
know. I'm super out of like all like competitive games. Like it's just not my thing.
Right,
I play like single player games specifically for like B-roll, but
right.
also just because I only enjoy single player games. I don't I would enjoy it if I was like streaming with someone or something like that, but I don't know. I don't even know.
I know. What's
I need more
your
people to stream with.
what's your favorite single player game, by the way?
Of all time,
Yeah,
Fallout
just
New
in general.
Vegas.
Ah, good
That's a
choice,
very
classic.
common answer, but that thing like made my childhood. I have like 1,000 hours in it or something.
What version do you play? Like PS3, Xbox, what?
Oh no, PC for sure, because you can
Yeah.
use Nexus mods to mod it out. Get Tale of Two Wastelands, play Fallout 3 and New Vegas in one run.
Holy shit, they have that. I didn't look into the
Yeah,
mod too much.
no, look into a Tale of Two Wastelands. You gotta
Tale of Two
play it.
Wastelands. Uh,
You start off in Fallout 3. You play like you get to the metro. You can take the train all the way to California. Play Fallout New Vegas too, and it all works. It's like perfectly integrated.
that's fucking weird. How does that even? I'm not gonna ask about how that works. I mean, I'm
Because
just gonna give
both
you
of
an answer,
them
but
both of them run on the same engine and they use
right.
like the same assets basically. So it's like all they had to do was like just link the two,
That is kind
transfer
of
one character profile from one folder to the next. Is like it's baller. Just make it save in two places. I don't know. I don't even know how it works.
that's so
I
fucking
just know
weird.
how they can integrate because they're basically the same shit.
Oh my god. Wait, you
You can
remember
even
that?
use New Vegas mods in it. So you're using like New Vegas mods in Fallout 3.
Fuck. Wait, you could use. Wait, you could mod New Vegas like the quality of life improvements. Or you mean like the like actual
Yeah.
like?
No,
Oh
like
shit,
everything.
everything.
Like you could get like new gun. Also, it gives like all the items from both games to where like you can use them in either one. Because you're just like moving from location to location, you know?
What the fuck? This is news to me.
It's very insane. I'm sorry for the tangent, but check it
Uh,
out if you
I'll write
haven't
this
already,
down.
viewers.
Tale of Two Wastelands. That's right. Uh, I'll write that down. Shit. Good,
You will
good
lose
tangent.
1,000 hours of your life. That's how I did.
Fuck. What do you think of like Bethesda's games in general? Like, is that like the only one that you got really into, or did you like get into Skyrim too?
No, I was super into Skyrim. I was super into Oblivion. Oblivion's what started me on all of it. I was
Right.
super into Fallout 3. I was super into Morrowind for a small period of time, but a little less than the other ones. It was a little too slow. But yeah, no, I was a big Bethesda fan for a long time. I actually quite liked Fallout 4 too.
Fallout 4 is kind
It's
of weird. It's like
yeah, it's not as good as New Vegas or Fallout 3, but I was so thirsty for more Fallout content that I just kind of took it as it was, you know? You kind of just got to like accept it for what it is and not compare it.
did you get a chance to play like the Outer Worlds?
No, I don't play their like non-main series games.
Right. That's fair. That's fine. Actually, wait, have you heard about that? Do you remember that? I don't know, either heard or remember about that one Fallout mod. It was like the Frontier or something. I forgot about like.
Oh yeah, that's that's a whole mess. That's like one drama I really did pay attention to because I was excited for that mod.
Yeah, it was. There was like that one, and there's the other one. There was yeah, the Frontier, and there was the one that was like, I want to
Project
say
Brazil.
something like that. It was something like
Yeah,
that.
they changed the name after a while, but that was the working title.
Oh
I remember they
shit.
came out with Chapter 1 in like 2014 or something, and I played it, and I'm like, dude, this is so awesome. It's like a whole new game. And then like 10 years later, they finally like came out with like the other two chapters. I just never played it. Apparently, it was disappointing though. So maybe it's better I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, like if you are like looking forward to a mod, I don't know, like a mod, you can be disappointed into it, but I mean, after a certain point, it's like,
Yeah, you're getting
it's
free content, you know?
yeah,
Like, and these guys like worked for 10 years, like really hard on it. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
You can't be like, you can't be like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking harass them for blah blah blah, not being the perfect game. It's like, okay, well, it's fucking free, so you could still be mad. You can still criticize it, be mad, or make your fucking video essays or whatever. But like, still, it's not like worth being like, it's like a fan product. It's like that's like
Yeah, you're not like entitled to like some perfect like AAA level experience, you know? I think that's a lot of people's problems.
right. It's kind of fucked up. I don't know. I just remembered that because you mentioned like mods, like New Vegas mods or whatever. So
I
uh,
love New Vegas mods.
yeah.
It was like my whole thing.
Speaking of New Vegas, it's not related to New Vegas at all. What do you think of Bandcamp, like the platform or the website or whatever the fuck?
I thought you were about to say, do you think New Vegas turns people trans?
Well, it's obvious they do, but never mind that.
Yeah, I was very lucky to have been missed by the beam. I actually saw my computer manifest a pride flag and it tried shooting it into my brain. I dodged it at the last second and I immediately went out and got a girlfriend.
Bill Gates definitely missed the target on that one, but you know,
Bandcamp, I think it's a good platform. My fan tribute album was released on there, and it seems pretty issue free. I quite like it.
you ever what's it called? Like delve deep into it. I guess you just like go
Oh
based
yeah,
off recommendations, right? Or
yeah.
you've
No, I mean, I used to like explore it and be like, whoa, but I feel like good music gets lost in the sea of like music that's like pretending it's good.
Okay,
You know what I mean? Like,
okay, that one I kind of don't get what you mean. Can you explain that
all
one a
right,
little more?
so there's a difference between like being like an experimental artist and trying to like cover up bad quality with pretending it's experimental and you're not just like trying and failing at something, you know what I mean?
Right. Like
Like
experimental as an excuse or something.
so I would go on Bandcamp and I would look in like certain genres and stuff and people would like I don't know. This is also to do with like fan recommendations because I would explore but also like people would recommend me stuff. And it's like there's this fine line you trend between like being experimental and also enjoyable to listen to and claiming that something is experimental when you were trying to do something else and just failed at it.
Okay. I kind of get what you mean. It's like
And
a
that
difference
is
from.
probably very insulting to a lot of people, but I'm sorry.
I mean,
Just
I don't
kidding. I'm
know.
not really that sorry.
You're allowed to not be sorry. I mean, shit. Like if you're gonna be like if you're gonna make music, first of all, making music like making anything is gonna it's cringe. All right, it's cringe. Let's be honest here. Everything is cringe. All right. Let's as long as you get that out of the way, then you don't have
Yeah,
to.
you just gotta own it though, you
Yeah.
know?
If you make a
Like you
shitty
can't try to like
song,
cover it up. You can't try to like scratch the dirt over your pile of poopy. You just gotta be like, yeah, I made this and I hope you like it.
yeah. And if they don't
Instead
like
of
it,
being
it is
like,
what it is.
you just don't get it. It's actually very deep.
It's like metal machine music or something or whatever. It's like I don't know, like the context around that is like metal, not metal. What's it called? The Lou Reed album.
Wow.
Yeah,
Guys,
listen
you
to
heard it
that.
here first. Maple just said that all of all metal fans, you should probably I'm not telling you to harass Maple here for this, but like metalheads rise up. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not. First of all, I'm not talking about like metal the genre. You know, like
Oh
the
no,
fucking
we
album.
got the dog whistle there.
No, no,
You're done.
no. It's
You're
over.
done.
It's so over.
Uh,
No.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even remember what I was saying about the whole experimental thing.
Yeah, it's fine. You
I think I just had flashbacks when you said Bandcamp to like people sending me 50 million different Bandcamp albums that were all just like bad sewer slut ripoffs that tried to say that they were just being experimental in the comments when anyone would criticize them.
all right.
I don't know if you've seen that whole like thing where it's like where people are like, dude, sewer slut ruined D&B. And it's like it's the imitators, man.
Yeah.
It's the imitators.
It's like this, same thing as like someone saying, I don't know, fucking, just any SoundCloud rappers. That was a good one. That was kind of
Yeah.
timely. SoundCloud rappers ruin rap. I'm like, they're just influential. It's just kind of the thing. They
Yeah.
didn't ruin rap on their own.
Also, like if you look at like the main SoundCloud rappers, it's like they're actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just like they're lost in like this sea of like people who have like put in like half effort. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's really what I'm criticizing. I'm not like saying like, dude, to make experimental art it has to be good. Like no, I'm not saying that at all. I'd like to clarify my point actually. I feel like it comes down to not even just like skill or talent. It comes down to just like effort, I guess. Like you can tell when someone like just didn't feel like mixing a song. You know what I mean? Like you can tell when like the mixing isn't off intentionally, it's just off because like they didn't know how to do it or they just didn't feel like doing it.
Right. It's not like purposeful mixing that's poor, or, like has a particular vibe. It's just like poor mixing that's just like technically off.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. And it's not even that like, oh, you can't have bad mixing. Like it's more just like the people in the comments would be like, "Hey, you should like turn up the drum here." And they would be like, actually this is meant to like emphasize like experimental stuff and it's like abstract. You wouldn't get it. This is a commentary on like, the darkest moment in my life." And it's like, "All right, man.
Yeah.
We know you just don't know how to mix it because all your other songs are mixed the exact same way." So like
God. It's like yeah, that one Tyler the Creator album or song, Cherry Bomb. Like he went on Twitter one day and he was like, "Oh, I didn't mix that shit, lol." And everyone who reviewed the album was like, "This shit is ass." They were like, I mean, I love that song because I'm an idiot, but I still think that, if, you actually put effort into mixing that, you would have, like, at least had somebody say, at least, oh, song sucks, but at least, I at least got to give it props for being unique, right? Something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I actually quite like that song, to be honest, but yeah, I quite like that song. That's my whole statement. There's no but,
Fair enough.
only ass.
Ass, no butt, only ass.
Yep.
All
No
facts, no
but,
frontier.
only cheek.
How many mosh pits have you partaken in, just in general? A
I
lot.
used to go to a lot because I was friends with a lot of people in the local punk scene, right?
Yeah.
So I'd go to a lot of like little little concerts and venues and stuff. Used to go crazy.
Tons and tons of, like, random punk bands that made, like, a, I don't know, a single, maybe EP at most, and then disappeared off the face of the fucking earth.
Exactly. Some of them were pretty good too. Some of
Yeah.
them were ass, but we were having fun nonetheless. You could literally just go up there and start like screaming and just hitting a guitar, and we would just probably still mosh to it. I don't know.
God, I do love that about, like, concerts and shit. Like, people just it depends on the crowd, but if you have the right crowd, people are receptive to fucking anything. It could be like
Oh
the
yeah,
worst dog shit you ever heard. There's people like, yeah, this shit's rocks. This shit's amazing.
dude. Literally, we had there are a few times where the singers will be like extremely drunk and the guitars will not be like plugged in or whatever, and people just like don't care. Like people will literally just keep on going as long as like there's sound coming out of the speakers.
Fuck
It's more about like
yeah,
the atmosphere of it.
yeah. The vibe, the atmosphere, the energy.
And I feel like that's the same with like most things. Like I'm the kind of person who likes to like dissect stuff and all that, but really what it all comes down to is just like atmosphere. Like in my daily life, I'm not like the symbolism behind this and the reference to human philosophy and the human condition. I don't really think about that stuff unless I'm sitting alone in my room staring at a screen or at a wall. I just kind of like chill out vibe, take in the atmosphere.
Speaking of vibes, uh, I was gonna say speaking of atmosphere, and then transition into the talking about atmosphere. But I have not listened to all of his albums or any of them. I
I
only have
love
like
atmosphere.
I only have that one album on CD. His, like, was it his third album? It was the one with
God
the
Loves Ugly or the Lucy Ford EP.
it was the one with the green, like, background where he's like looking at, like, his face is down. He's in, like, a AA meeting or something. Oh, you can't imagine how much fun we're having. I have
Oh
that on
yeah,
CD.
yeah.
It's all right. I don't know. I couldn't get into
Yeah, not my favorite.
couldn't get into it. Uh, I mean, like, I listened to you ever heard, of what's it called, Mike Seatown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I heard about, like, of him. He's like, he made like a, I don't remember. It's like, it was way back. He made like a top 10 favorite albums list or something, and that was on there. I think that was him, but yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
atmosphere is kind of like it's like a drug addict music, you know what I mean? Like people
yeah,
in NA and stuff love that. Love the what's it called EP, the Lucy Ford EP and God Loves Ugly. It's like a
I've
big
heard
thing.
a lot of recommendations for the Lucy Ford EP. That's definitely true.
Yeah, it's very like symbolic and deep and crazy. It talks about like vice and hedonism and all of that in like a symbolic way. It's pretty nice.
How many what's it called, like what rappers have you been into, like, recently? Because you mentioned a few of them in your past. So
I'm not gonna lie, I've been listening to a lot of Key Glock.
Key Glock. Oh yeah, I've heard of
He goes, "Call me Mr. Glock."
him.
He's like, "I'm getting bag after bag after bag." Hey,
Oh, he.
okay.
I've heard of him. Like, what's it called? He blew up not recently because he's been making shit for a while, hasn't
Yeah, probably like the past like 2 years or something though. He blew up pretty recently, like relatively.
he? Yeah.
I've also
I
been listening to a lot of Tupac and
Tupac.
Kanye West.
Yeah. You know
That's
the
that's about it.
OGs, the legends.
Yeah, the
The,
Augs, the
the Ogs.
Augs.
You know. Do you like Ice Cube? I gotta ask everyone that. Like,
I
just
do actually, yeah.
yeah. Ice Cube's great. Fucking love Ice Cube. Actually, that reminds me, because Ice Cube is a big influence on JPEG Mafia. You can just hear it in his flow, his fucking
Oh yeah.
lyrics, his shit. So, how do you feel about JPEG Mafia? Because it's like, I feel like people,
I quite like him, but
yeah,
a lot of my friends are way more into him than I am. Like they were going to his shows and stuff, and I kind of missed out on it just because I was like I was focusing on my grind set. I was pretty busy at the time, but also like they're a lot more into him than I am. I think that a lot of his songs are like either hit or miss. Some of them are a little bit too like out there for regular listening. And when I'm listening to like rap music, I usually want to just like be driving and just catch a vibe, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like him. No, he's one of the best out there right now, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. I can't think of many rappers like who are like at least as unique right now, because
Yeah.
at least I'm not like digging down deep enough into the fucking Bandcamp archives to be like, oh man.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. He's successful too with it. Like
Yeah.
you can be as experimental as you want when you have no audience, but the fact that he's able to like garner an audience while still doing what he does, I think that's commendable.
Yeah. I was what's it called? I always like saying that the whole like thing with critical acclaim is like this kind of formula of like experimental, like being experimental times like I don't know, pop formula or something. It's like some kind of like ratio I always thought of, because I remember like after a while when, you know, everyone likes Death Grips, you know, don't fight, Death Grips, yeah. But after a while listening to Death Grips, I just realized that Death Grips is like literally fucking the fucking pop formula. Like a lot of their songs have actual choruses. At least on the Money Store has choruses, like verse chorus.
Oh yeah, and it's their most popular album.
Yeah, like
And it's my favorite album.
it's probably the best. I mean, you know, I'm more of a, you know, let's just say I like the Powers That Be disc 1 the most, but
oh yeah.
Yeah.
You like the penis. No wait, that's No Love Deep Web.
Yeah, No Love Deep Web was the first one I listened to though. That was great. I fucking love No Love. I love all. I mean, obviously, I never got into Year of the Snitch though. No, not at all.
Yeah, I kind of dropped off after what's it called? Bottomless Pit.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I definitely agree with you that there is like a ratio of like pop formula to experimentalness. Like you can't be too out there and also like get any recognition, but you also can't be like too poppy, otherwise you're just generic.
Right.
Unless you're like an industry plant, then you can be as poppy as you want.
Industry plants get away with whatever they you know, it's like
no, they would never be experimental though.
I mean, that'd be kind of interesting.
Fertilizer.
Imagine like a fucking, what's this, like Claro? I don't know. Claro actually got like good reviews recently. I don't remember.
I like Claro actually. She's my guilty pleasure.
People always used to be like, oh man, Claro's industry plant. That's like the first example I thought of. I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean she is like, her dad's like an owner of like a major record label, but you know, whatever. She's cute and she does cute songs.
What was the one? Yeah, it was like Flaming
Pretty
Hot Cheeto
Girl
or something. Pretty Girl, something like that.
Yeah.
That was way back. That was way back.
I remember I used to like hide the fact that I listened to Claro from my friends because they would call me gay if I showed them that. So I'd be like, oh yeah, dude, I love like listening to Dead Kennedys and just being like cool.
Yeah.
Let's blast some Haas, dude. And then like I would get home and I would just be like you know, like smoke some weed and just like listen to Claro and be like, I could be your pretty girl. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I feel like we all have at least like one album that's like, you know, secret album that we don't share, you know, not with the homies, not with the hood.
Yeah, no, you gotta keep it in, you know, only show it on the internet.
Yeah, make a review show about it, maybe, you know.
Maybe. It's pretty funny. You can be like more honest on the internet than you can be in real life, but you also have to maintain a level of like not being honest.
Yeah.
To maintain like
security, like actual physical security.
Yeah, so you don't like die.
Yeah. It's a weird ratio, yeah.
Yeah. The internet's like a very interesting thing conceptually because it's like you get a window into people's minds, but at the same time it's such like a censored view that you don't really know if what you're seeing is like a projection of what they think they should be doing or if it's like, you know, an actual genuine projection of who they are.
Yeah, it's like the fucking you know, like what the fuck is it called? Like, you know, when someone's idiot online, they're like, "Oh, it's a joke," and blah 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 blah. After like they get called out, it's like, you know, were they joking? Were they not joking? Was it a joke in general? You know, you can't really tell. It's like there's like, you know, like if you're trolling, right? Specifically, like if you troll somebody online and they get fucking really upset, you know, there's like actually no, if you act like you're trolling somebody and fuck, there's like some way I was specifically gonna say it, but I forgot. Basically,
Schrodinger's douchebag, right?
yes,
That's like
that.
the Reddit term.
Yeah, whatever. It's like but you know, the fucking idea that someone is, you know, fucking. If they're saying this, are they saying it for real? Are they not? How many fucking layers of irony are there on? There's, you know, it's like
Yeah,
fucking
and you don't know until they get called out for it.
yeah,
Or
and
praised for it.
yeah, and it's like that fucking Never mind. I was gonna reference some stupid ass Homelander meme or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, after everything was like said and done, I mean, the internet's just like another place for, you know, humans to interact. So it's not like this shit
But
would have
it's on a whole different level than it would be otherwise, because to a certain extent this stuff doesn't really like affect your social standing or the way that like people see you professionally in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because prior to this, it's like if you saw, if you saw your workmate or if you saw one of your employees, if you were the boss, going out and like shooting heroin with a homeless guy, you'd be like, that guy's fired. Like the actions he takes on his free time definitely like affect his professional life and other aspects of his life. But with the internet, you can kind of like compartmentalize different aspects of your character into different areas of your life that don't necessarily overlap. Everyone likes to say like, "Oh, but you can lose your job," blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, but to a much lesser extent than it would have been like back in the day. Especially with the amount of people that you interact with and the amount of people who can see you, the amount of validation you can get, it's such a different world that I don't think that comparison is accurate, you know?
I mean, because I'm thinking about this like in terms of like I don't know, like say the 70s, right? Like specifically the 70s had like a bunch of serial killers, right? Serial killers, axe murderers, whoever the fuck, I don't know, people who just murder people for the fun of it. And those people technically were like living their lives as normal during the day or whatever, and then during the night they're just like murdering like 20 something people. So like technically you could hide yourself. I mean, obviously there's like extreme example like psychopaths, like actual like people like who have like, you know, mental issues, but like to a certain extent you could hide yourself, your true self, and you kind of do in a way, like offline and online. Like you're right, it is a different like aspect of like, you
Yeah,
know.
like I just think it's more accessible now to be able to live a double life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you don't have to like
You don't have to be constantly looking over your shoulder, like, getting up at noon because you stayed up all night murdering people. It's like instead you can shit around on the internet whenever you're at home, you know?
yeah. Yeah, makes sense. I mean
Like the comparison's definitely there, but I think that like it's just a whole different like atmosphere to it because of the accessibility and the different sort of like the different like physical action you're actually doing. Like it takes a lot less effort to have a secret persona than it did back in the day.
right. Because that would be like a lot more effort to take, like, you know, because I mean if you have to do these double life, basically it'd actually take out of your schedule, and you have to like, you know, physically transport yourself to do other things. Like if you have like, you know, midnight debauchery or some shit, you'd have to actually go to that place and like actually physically be a different person, I guess. I don't know. Like
Yeah, you would have to like wear a fake mustache, and like you would have to like do your heroin in a shitty club.
yeah, wear a top hat or something.
Yeah, wear like a top hat, monocle.
They'll never catch me here. Glasses, you know, glasses.
Yeah, instead now you just put on an anime girl avatar and just yeah, and that's about it, you know?
Yeah.
Just talk through the beautiful babe.
Or just use your alternative accounts, you know? 70 of them.
Yeah. Are there any more questions or should we jump into VTubers?
Trust me, I have a few more questions. Well,
All right, yeah, I'll go as long as you want, man.
I over prepared for this. I was panicking. I was like, oh man, 15 questions. That's too many. Oh man, how are we gonna get through all these questions? What is it?
How does it feel to talk to me?
Actually, I'll be genuine. No, I'm sorry. I'll be post ironic here. No, wait. I don't know how many fucking ironics that is. It's actually pretty cool. I'll admit, because I'm not like super fan, but I will say I did like watch this channel at least like I watched at least like 7 videos from this channel over time. So it's a good opportunity, I guess, to kind of poke your brain or some shit.
Yeah, I'm just glad to interact with another content creator, It gets so
Yeah.
lonely being me. People either think I'm too controversial or they think I'm not relevant enough.
It's lonely at the top.
It is. No, like it's not even like like I'm saying that like ironically, but at the same time it kind of like is real cuz like I don't want to like a lot of people they'll be like, "Dude, I'm starting a YouTube channel right now. Do you want to be in my first video?" It's like not really. You know? Like no offense, but it's probably going to suck. Like all
Yeah.
my first videos sucked, so I don't want to do that. But also like I'm not big enough to like justify like hanging out with the big boys, So
Yeah.
it's just nice to meet another 1,000 subscriber YouTuber.
Yeah, we're on the ground floor. We're the working
We're the
class.
blue collar content creators of YouTube,
Yeah, we hold this platform up.
Yeah, we're the red pilled blue collar workers.
Yeah, they can't mess with us.
We're
Uh,
the solid foundation upon which your glass houses lie, PewDiePie. We
if
could
if
topple this whole thing.
if a big YouTuber like called you right now, first of all, like words like aside from Mr. Beast, because that would just because obviously Mr. Beast would just buy you a fucking house, so that'd be a very easy choice. So aside from Mr. Beast, which YouTuber would you like want to like ring you up and say, hey, let's collab, let's do a fucking thing?
Um. So if Mr. Beast buying me a house is on the, is it like a collab? Like I'll be in their content kind of thing,
Yeah,
or
it's
is it
like
like I just get to hang out with them?
it's like you'll be in their content. Like let's assume that it's just like, you know, like you'll be in like a video, have a little section, like like a fucking like video essay
Like
collab or whatever, like a
yeah, like
scripted
I did with
video.
Pat Jennington.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that was goated. I'm surprised that guy even talked to me.
love pad. Not
I
gonna
would
lie.
probably, I would probably choose probably oh. I'm gonna be honest. I think it would be sick to be on Oni Plays.
That's a good choice. That's a very good choice.
I'd be way too embarrassed to be honest. Like because like I've been watching those guys like all my life, but that would be like my dream to like actually just like hang out with them and joke around.
Mm,
I would never want to though because I feel like it would shatter my my enjoyment of their content.
right.
It'd
They
kind of
probably have
like
something
break my
behind the
childhood.
scenes.
Yeah, if I saw like Tomar abusing Chris, I would probably not feel comfortable with it, and I'm afraid that
God.
is what I would see.
It's like the nostalgia critic shit, or like in like they got like called out for all this shit, and like in the background, like oh I never like what's it called? I watched To Boldly Flee. I could never predict any of this. What happened?
Yeah.
Oh god, that's a good choice though. I'll admit, because I mean I feel like if you did theoretically go on there and you did like you're extremely nervous, like there's such good like performers or whatever, like they're just funny, just really funny guys that you'd at least be able to like enjoy your time, if not like they'd at least be able to help you like kind of like contribute the same way, I guess.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Also, I feel like I would be able to bounce off them if I got rid of that nervousness. So I'd probably just take like 2 or 3 Valium before.
Right.
That was a joke. You're supposed to laugh.
I don't know what Valium is.
Oh, it's a benzodiazepine, but it's actually an atypical one. It's more of a hypnotic.
You ever watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I did. Really good
Uh,
show.
yeah. You watch that. The better question is, do you watch Better Call Saul?
I saw like half of it and then I stopped.
That makes sense. Yeah, I could see why.
I got bored, but apparently it gets better. So I was like, maybe I should try watching it again. But then I have to rewatch it from the beginning
Yeah,
because I
you
don't
can't.
remember.
And then you have to
Yeah.
rewatch Breaking Bad to get all the references from that.
Exactly. No, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like I wanted to rewatch it, so I watched the first episode and I'm like, oh, now I have to like rewatch Breaking Bad.
Oh fuck, that's so fucking. I hate when series like I don't know. I like series that like build up upon a story, but I hate whenever like you
I hate when I
just
lose track of it.
yeah. especially like if a series isn't done and they like have come back next season or whatever, and they don't have like a recap episode. Everyone hates recap episodes, but I'll admit they kind of do help for sometimes.
I'm
Oh
sure that there's a YouTuber who's made like, so you want to watch Better Call Saul, but you forgot what happened in Breaking Bad. I'll
oh
probably
yeah,
watch that.
100%. Like, oh, this happened, that happened, this happened. Jesse
Yeah, when I got
fucking
time for
hated it.
TV again.
Yeah, I
Soon,
mean,
hopefully.
too long episodes anyway. Fucking year-long episode. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes an episode. Like, I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
I'm doing stuff. I'm busy.
It's kind of weird. It's like I think I don't remember. It was somewhere on Twitter. I think it was interview with what director made Taxi Driver?
Oh yeah, Martin
Scorsese.
Scorsese.
Yeah, Martin Scorsese. He was like talking about his new movie. He's like, oh, this movie's like 3.5 hours long or something. And it's like, well, you use that time watching YouTube videos or what? No, watching TV shows that are hour long each for 8 episodes. So you could use that time to watch my movie that's 3.5 hours long. And I was thinking about that. I was like, I mean, it's kind of weird to think about it because it's like, how we allocate our time. Like, humans just have weird time allocation because
Oh
time is
yeah.
just not a natural thing. It's like, the way we use it's not natural, right? But it's numerical and shit. We invented that, whatever. But like, when you think about it, it's like, I guess if I'm like, I'd have to focus entirely on like a movie to enjoy it, get the plot or whatever. Like a 2 hour movie, I'm not gonna just like kind of skim through it and fucking But a YouTube video, I can miss a few lines and won't really affect anything. I don't know. It's kind of like a difference in focus, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my problem with YouTube though. That's like why I stopped. That's why remember how I mentioned like, oh, I deleted all the social media off my phone. I like try not to watch YouTube. Like
Yeah.
it's because like you'll watch like 7 hours of YouTube and you're not going to remember any of the videos because you don't actually care. Like
Right.
you'll remember like a joke or two. Like, but I don't know, it feels like a big waste of time. And like the difference between like spending like 7 hours watching YouTube and watching a 3.5 hour movie is like you don't really have to be invested in watching YouTube, but in a 3.5 hour movie, you have to be invested the whole time. Like you have to like
Right.
pay attention. You have to like remember like what's going on in the plot. Whereas with YouTube, I feel like a lot of people just watch it as like filler content just to like make sure their brain is stimulated while they rot away.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that like obviously the natural extreme of that is like TikTok or whatever. Vine
Oh
actually is
yeah.
the natural. Vine's really the natural extreme but we kind of went pulled it back, but somehow people think like it's because people are like, oh man, our attention spans are terrible. But I'm like, we just got out of the Vine era. Isn't that like shorter than even TikTok? Well, I don't know.
That's true. Vine is like patient zero. They had to like scale it back, release like version 2.0 real quick.
Yeah.
They had to give us the vaccine for Vine and then release monkeypox, which is TikTok, a little bit later.
They had to have a sequel. They had to run it
The
back.
Squeakquel. They had to have
Squeakquel.
Vine 2, the Squeakquel.
Speaking of the Squeakquel, and I actually have this written down here. That is a perfect scene transition. Oh my god. How did you get Simeon Jimmy on your channel trailer, Beppo?
He used to do like this thing where he would like do voice acting for $20.
Mm.
And I just made him say that. I said,
$20.
here's $20, you poor ape. I want to make a new YouTube intro though, like really bad. So I'm probably gonna do that pretty soon. Get someone like famous to do it. I don't know.
You get like you just get an anime intro, get like some Sakuga shit or something.
No, I'm thinking this is for the people who have watched this far into the video. You guys are real fans, but
Yeah, we're like 2-3 hours
one of
in or
my
something.
yeah, one of my fans suggested this to me actually. I want to pay an OnlyFans girl like $125 or something, make her cosplay as me, and then record a bunch of voice lines where I'm like, "Hi, welcome to my channel. Here you can find," and then have her lip sync to it.
Oh
I
my
think that would be
God.
really funny.
Wait, wouldn't it be like backwards? Because you could just have her deliver the lines and then you lip sync over her, right?
No. No, she's cosplaying as me, so she's like dressed as Choops, right?
Yeah.
And I'm recording my voice saying all this stuff, and then she would just like move her mouth as though she's like the one saying it, and I'd be like, "Yeah, this is my actual face. This is what I look like."
That's a good
I
gag.
think that would be a good like new channel intro, you know?
That's a pretty good gag. I gotta admit. I gotta hand it to
Don't
you.
steal that, please.
I
It's
mean,
mine.
I don't have the money for an OnlyFans model, but whoever is in the audience, don't steal that.
Yeah, please don't steal that. I want to do it. Then you can do it after me, but just let me do it first so I have the patent.
Since you talk about electronic music, or you talked about electronic music, what's your favorite electronic subgenre or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Like
Maybe
dubstep still? No.
maybe drum and bass. I don't
Mm.
know.
Do you ever listen to like what's it called, like early 2000s dubstep? Like the fucking Burial or whatever.
Oh yeah, like Archangel, like
Yeah,
yeah. No,
Metal
I
Gear
went through a
Solid
big
sample.
like burial phase. I had some friends who really were into that sort of thing. We would drive around at night. Pretty nice. Nice vibes.
I don't know if it's better night drive music or morning drive music. I don't know. I think it's probably night. It's definitely winter music.
Oh yeah. No, it's like in bereft land kind of music, you know? Like it's like when the streets are empty.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No traffic, no people, just like empty streets, nothing there.
Yeah. Solitude. Uncanny
Yeah.
solitude.
You ever listen to like what's it called? Like, wait, actually, I want to ask because what do you think of like lo-fi hip hop? I'm genuinely curious.
Um, I think it's a bit played out on
Mm,
the internet, or at least it was a couple years ago. I think people have kind of fallen off that wave. But I like it. I like the aesthetic of it. I like the kind of like downtrodden sort of beat.
right.
But I feel like what I've been gravitating a lot more towards in recent years is like natural like when people are just using like shitty equipment, it makes it sound lo-fi
Yeah.
rather than like the manufactured like rain sounds and like
God.
add reverb to like a drum kit that you paid $1,000 for. So I've been listening to like old YouTube covers, like old sort of things like that with like 240p video quality.
Mm.
And yeah, I like the lo-fi aesthetic, but I like it natural too. Like if you've never tried natural raw lo-fi, gotta try it.
And you mean like made with like shittier like or like you mean like quality wise or like literally made with like shittier equipment like I don't know like fucking MPC or something.
No, like literally just like made with worse equipment and like
Yeah.
uploaded in like bad quality. So it's like it
Okay.
sounds muffled and like lo-fi-y. Sometimes you can like hear the rain outside the house, but it's not intentional. Like it just like happened because it was like
Right.
2009 or whatever when they made it.
Okay. So like I don't know like first generation Memphis rap type shit like the fucking
Yeah. Like
cassette.
yeah, I would say that some of those are pretty lo-fi hip-hoppy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Definitely, because they have like they're made with the shittiest equipment. They were recorded on the worst tape possible. They had like 100 copies made. They had like samples that you literally could barely hear. All that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can like hear the AC in the background. It's like I don't know, it adds to it. But I like manufactured lo-fi too. Like that's just something I've been getting into recently and realizing.
I mean, I don't know. I think lo-fi has had like a really weird like it's been a really weird like cycle, right? Because obviously like everyone respects like Jay Dilla and Nujabes and all that shit. Fly Low's early shit. But
Wait, is that
Fly was
actually how it's pronounced? Nujabes?
That's how I heard it in fucking YouTube video essays. Maybe it's New
That's that's
Bees or
probably
something.
it then, because I was saying New Jabes.
New James. That's like
Yeah, R.I.P. New Jabes.
Noob James.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
never heard anyone actually say it out loud. I've always just like read it. So,
Yeah, it's one of those. Like, I don't know. If there's a different way to pronounce it, I'll fucking say it, prove me
well,
wrong. But I
it's
mean,
better than New Jabes.
Noob James.
It just
I
sounds
mean,
weird.
I don't know. It's like it's like GIF. Technically GIF or whatever is the correct way, but who gives a shit? The other
Well,
way
no, I
sounds
just
better.
like I know that I'm wrong, and it's not that it like sounds better either. It's just I'm just wrong and it's bad. I've never considered an alternate way of saying it though.
The fucking what's it called? The allegory of the cave or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like my eyes are open. I want to go back to the cave, start calling him New Jabes again.
New James. The
All
fucking
right, but
this is
what were you saying? Sorry.
uh I was talking about lo-fi hip hop, right? All right.
Yeah.
Before I talk about that, have you seen that video where it's like
Oh yeah,
earn?
earn the Baltimore
Yeah.
accent challenge.
Yeah, I fucking love that video. But
That's the best.
one of my favorite comments of all time is just from that video where it's like, "This is literally the allegory of the cave," and I'm like, "That's so fucking true." Oh
It's
god,
real.
it's so real. Anyway, I was talking about yeah, lo-fi hip hop. Like everyone, respects Nujabes and fucking Jay Dilla and early Fly Low. When he's like just a Adult Swim guy, but you know all that stuff influenced like lo-fi hip hop, right? But I think the weird part is like I think because I was around for like I was like listening to all the fucking early lo-fi hip hop artists. Not like no, not like obviously wasn't into fucking them, but like the first generation of the YouTube lo-fi hip hop artists, where it's like well after the YouTube covers we're talking about, but, like like where it was called lo-fi hip hop, with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rain sounds and all that shit. Like Joji, right? The Joji era, I guess that's a good example. I don't know why, like the emotional like lowercase names and shit. Like what's it? Evie and what the fuck is his name? Ginseng and I don't know, like Limes. What's his name? Limes. There's a lot of ones. I was on SoundCloud back then, and it's kind of weird because I think they're like much better than people. It's like kind of underrated, honestly. I think because there's like a bunch of lo-fi hip hop like songs that have like I don't know 100 fucking million billion gabillion views or streams on Spotify, right? If I look up, Evie, Evie, I'm pretty sure, she has like, yeah, fucking 40,000. That's good. Obviously, lo-fi hip hop is very popular, but I'm just saying that, like, I don't know. There's like this, it's kind of like Dat Piff rappers or whatever, like the Dat Piff era, the blog era of rap, right? People talk about it sometimes, but they don't like respect it in the same way as some other eras, Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
No, I
It's
agree. Like the 2016, like, before the lo-fi beats to study to thing. Like before
yeah.
lo-fi was just known for like an anime girl gif that like loops on a live stream that goes 24/7, makes $40 billion off of other people's music. Before
Yeah.
that was what lo-fi was known for. Like the Joji era, where it was like, sorry, I gotta lower my microphone. I stood up for a second. Uh, before like, oh fuck, what was I saying?
You Joji era of like, before the chilled cow got
Yeah, no, all the stuff that you're talking about, like that was goated. That was a good era. That was when like the niche was like blossoming,
yeah.
and then it became like sort of like a oh, we're just gonna use these as like background tracks. Like we're just going to put rain sounds and make it sleepy and cozy and nice.
Yeah. That's like there's like a ton of genres that go through that, right? But like in the internet age, it's like a few like only like we're past like the age of like seeing punk get like, oh man, it's turning the new wave. They're fucking they're stealing our punk artists away. They're changing. It's different now. It's or like oh they're grunge. It used to be Seattle. Now it's all fucking new. Get them out of here. Ew. Or whatever. I don't know. There's like a bunch of genres like that, right? Where people are just like, oh man, these fuckers are just like stealing our genre. But lo-fi hip hop is the one genre where I just like you see it being like commodified in like to the extreme sense where it's like I listened to AI generated lo-fi hip hop like at some point. I think it was like a couple weeks ago, and I was shocked about like I listened to like the Chilled Cow stream, and I was actually shocked about how the AI generated one was actually better than what was on the fucking stream. I was like, this shit is ass. This is what happened to the genre. It's not like it wasn't like amazing. Like it wasn't like fucking they're sampling the super obscure coolest samples or fucking doing the craziest flips or anything. But like I don't know. There's like an energy to like the original couple like lo-fi, like, the SoundCloud niche or something that just got
Yeah.
lost whenever it just like, commodified or whatever.
Well, it's like the difference in intention. Like those people back in the day, they were making it to put it on an album. Now they're making it to put on a 24/7 live stream where their song will be played like, once on Wednesday at 12 p.m. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like they're making it specifically to be a commodity rather than like a piece of art.
Oh God. Yeah, that's true. It's like the equivalent of like, the Migos Culture 1 versus Culture 2, right? They have like Migos Culture 1's like a 12 track tight trap album. I think it was 12 track. Yeah, 12 track tight trap album, and then, has pretty good songs, considered at least like influential, if not like legendary in the genre, right? And then Culture
Yeah.
2 is like considered very poor, over bloated, very has some good tracks, but generally just very boring. That's because they wanted to play to the playlists, and they want to play to the streaming game or whatever. It's like they don't want to make a cohesive good album. It's a lot of artists that is selling out. It's just like
Yeah.
selling out.
I mean, why would they want to?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I would do the same. Like, if
Sure.
Raid Shadow Legends was like, dude, make the rise and fall of Sewer Slut, and we'll give you $3,000 per video. Just do it
Shit.
over and over again, like for the next 5 months. I would do that shit like twice a week, dude. I
Oh
would be
man.
chilling. I would sell out for that amount of money for sure.
I mean, that's like, obviously like $30,000, like pretty much I could buy a fucking car, life changing money, right? But
I mean, that's not like it's not an insane amount of money though. Like
it's
it's life
enough to be
changing.
like,
Yeah.
it's enough to be like, oh wow, I could pay my rent for a while.
Yeah, like it would enable me to like do a bunch of awesome art,
Yeah.
I'll probably never sell out on this channel.
Right.
No, actually that's a lie. I probably
Maybe.
will at some point if I get big enough.
Never say
But
never.
I think I'll always try to focus on like art and like keeping it real. But I don't want people to be like, OMG, he's so against selling out, he'll never sell out, and then be shocked if I take like a $15,000 deal. Like, I'm a human, dude. Like, we're kind of wired to want to do that.
Yeah.
And I will do that, but I'm still going to make like dollar store crayon drawings, and I'm going to still like, speak my mind about things, but I don't want anyone to be shocked because that's just the nature of man. Think about how much awesome art I would be able to make if I had $100,000 in my bank account.
That would be a lot of art you could make. You don't have to work another day, at least for another while. So you could literally sit down all day and make as many comics as you want, really.
Exactly. Like, I view money as a way to like enable me to create more things, because I think that the only way I can be satisfied in life is to constantly be creating things. Like, and I've experimented, like I've been in positions where I'm comfy and I could just not do anything. And that gets so boring after a while. Like, that's just like painful. Like, if I wanted to right now, I could stop working for like probably like a year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna do that. Like, why would I do that? Just live paycheck to paycheck again? Like, what's the point? I always gotta be just like working, making stuff, chilling.
Hustling,
Yeah, hustling. I mean, that's the only way you can find satisfaction in life. And I feel like all these rappers who like sell out and then just make things that like they don't enjoy, I think it's because they're shifting their focus onto other things, like starting a family, or like, doing some kind of side project, or like painting, like that one guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, that's good for them, and I'm glad that they're able to do those kinds of things, but it's like their art that originally started as a form of art just turned into like money for them. It just turned into like another thing. But my goal isn't necessarily like, oh yeah, I'm going to make this channel into a job. Like, I already have a job that I enjoy and that I make money from, so like this is always going to be an art project, even if I use it to get $100,000. Like, I'm just going to use that money to make more art. I'm going to hire more editors, hire more artists, pay them to draw Cheeps 40 million times.
Actually,
We're at the point in the night where my sentences are making less sense.
want to ask about like your editing style as another one. I should have asked this earlier. This probably would have been like good to have related to like the whole video making process. But it is what it is. How do you come up with your editing style? You have those long pauses. Those like, is it deliberate? Is it just like a just thing that you do?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just how my brain expresses itself on there. I just make what I think looks right, what sounds right, and it just works.
Fair enough. I mean,
That's literally it.
So you just make whatever you make. Is it like, so obviously like the gameplay in the background and talking over it is just like influenced by like commentary community. So it's just like that's pretty much the gist of it, right?
I think my style is kind of influenced by like, all right, to an extent, Demolition D, douchebag Chocolat, but not really, because he puts way more effort into everything.
Yeah.
I would say, I guess it's more influenced just like in general by like the 2014 kind of era where people would like do hard cuts to like memes and stuff, and people would like have long pauses in videos for comedic effect and like not really care about like, oh, we didn't stimulate the audience for 10 seconds. The algorithm's gonna hate this, you know?
Yeah.
I just kind of like let it flow. I guess one of my biggest influences, ashamedly, is Onision on his Uh-Oh Bro channel, where he would like roast teenagers.
I never actually heard of that one. Actually, you know, I don't. Maybe I shouldn't ask about this because I don't want to hear that much about Onision.
I mean, it was just like a commentary channel where he like roasted stuff, but the editing was
Yeah.
like pretty funny, and he made a lot of jokes. So that's kind of like what inspired me. I watched it when I was like a kid, so
Yeah. It's like a leafy style roasting or whatever, like that.
it was
kind of
like
thing.
pre-Leafy though. It was
Oh
like
shit!
it was crazy.
I kind of want to.
It was
Well,
like the
that's
same
really.
vein as like Shane Dawson and like Ray William Johnson,
Oh yeah. Okay, I kind of see
but
what
it's
you
like
mean.
more edgy. Like it's like the Leafy of that era.
Yeah. Like,
That's what Onision was, honestly.
was this channel before? No, actually, no. That was like his second channel, right?
Yeah, it's like his third channel or something. It's called
Third
Uh-Oh
channel.
Bro. I don't know
Oh,
if the
bro.
videos are still on it.
Maybe not the ones you saw. I'm looking at it right now. I think the general like, yeah, there's still stuff from like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. So generally, it's probably still on there.
Yeah, like 9 years ago, ugly YouTubers, like the ugliest YouTubers online, he would literally just go in Google Images and just look up ugly YouTubers and just roast the shit out of them without caring about who they are. He would like look at disabled people and just like roast them. It was insane. And they would get like millions of views.
The days, not good, not bad. The days.
Yeah.
Um, God,
Who
there's
would have
so
guessed that
many
that
like.
guy would have turned out to be abusive in real life? I wouldn't have known.
Who would have? How would we have
Who would have thought?
respected this?
Who
Are
would have
there?
expected that?
You know, uh, actually, I shouldn't ask that question. I'll
Go
ask it.
ahead.
I don't know if you don't have to answer it.
All right.
Maybe we'll cut it out. We'll cut that. Is there any like YouTuber like or whatever like any kind of like controversy that you're actually like surprised about?
No, dude, literally all of
Oh,
these people. Every time like a controversy comes out, I'm like, I could have guessed that just by looking at his face. Like, I don't know. A lot of YouTubers, the reason they become YouTubers is because they're socially maladjusted, and this is
Mm,
the kind of job where it allows you to be like a weirdo.
yeah.
Like, you can't make $100,000 as like a creep who like loves just playing kids games and smoking weed and not caring about anything, who loves little girls, But you can make that a job on YouTube. Like, I don't know. That's like
Huh.
that's a very it's a very interesting niche. Like, I don't know if I'm articulating myself well, but the kind of people who would get big from grinding out on YouTube for 10 years are the same kind of people who like would not usually function well in the normal world. Like these Minecraft YouTubers who come out with like pedophile allegations. It's like, yeah, they're a guy who spends 8 hours a day playing a kids game with kids, like, and making videos for kids. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I
You
guess
can
I could see like what you mean though, because it's like I obviously not everyone like every adult has to fucking play. I don't know Madden,
Yeah.
fucking
No, no, no.
NFL,
I'm not
but
I'm not
yeah,
making fun of like kids games, but I'm saying like it's
yeah.
not
But if you're
surprising
like
when you
in
see
those
these guys.
spaces long enough, then you kind of
Like
like
like he's a fat guy with no friends who just plays video games all day and whines about like his emotions and how like he just wishes someone would understand him and he's glad he has his audience. And it's like, yeah, obviously when a 13-year-old texts that guy and she's like, "I'm here for you, babe. Don't worry, babe." He's going to be down with that. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. That's just an example. Give me another example of a controversy. Like Onision like abusing people. Like, dude, his entire content was just like calling people like ugly and like fat and like stupid and like calling them crazy. It's like
Yeah.
that's the whole appeal. I don't know.
I don't know. There's like a ton of like. It seems I'm remembering back. Like every fucking gaming YouTuber that I used to like watch, like just had something go on. Except Peanut Butter Gamers. I don't know what he
Oh
did
yeah, Peanut
to
Butter
avoid it.
Gamer's clean.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's just young at heart.
Yep. He's chill. And Chugga Conroy. I'll never have anything but good words to say about Chugga Conroy. The worst that people there's like one time on Twitter, people like, oh, we're mad that he buried a copy of like a Paper Mario game they didn't like. Like, oh my god, so
Oh my
bad. Like,
god, the humanity.
oh lord.
What are some
But
YouTuber controversies? Let me look up YouTuber controversy.
like, I'll say
Logan
that
Paul videoing a
yeah,
dead body and not actually caring about it. Like that's obviously something you do. Like I don't know.
it's in character. Yeah. What's it called? People. I will say the pro Jared thing. The pro Jared thing. I will say caught me off guard a little. I will admit because
Was
I
that
was
real? Like, and isn't it just him like having weird fetishes? Like,
yeah, kind of. But it's like the whole like thing
I mean,
wrapped up. His
I could
marriage
see
crisis
that,
or
yeah.
whatever. I could see it happening, but I'm like, it just like because at first it's like information that people were like providing like, oh, the accusations were like way like I did like okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's
And
how
then
it
kind of
goes,
scaled back. It kind of
Yeah,
scaled back.
it
And then it was
starts
like,
out like, dude, he is an evil abuser, murderer, pedophile, and then it scales back to like, oh, he like cheated on his girlfriend and he has like weird fetishes.
yeah, it's
Like
like
that's I could see that, that's not that crazy.
that
He's a
fucking
skinny
same
nerd.
thing. Oh shit, that same thing happened with us, Pyrocynical, where it's like, he's accused of this and then he got scaled back to, oh, he's just a fart fetish furry or something.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's a twink in his bedroom with a lesbian haircut. Like, you think he's not into furry fart fetishes? I could have seen that a mile away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Oh
know.
god. I mean,
what are you getting into controversy for? What would your big expose be?
I don't know. Probably something of YouTuber related. I probably had something in the past that I was like, oh yeah, so you said something mean to me one time, or
Oh,
or maybe like no, it's not even mean. It's something you said something that was I misconstrued as being mean one time, and then I'm going to call you out from 5 years ago or some shit. I'm
nice.
like, yeah, that'd be like the closest. Legitimately the closest thing I could think of.
That's your
Anyway.
problem for associating with those kinds of VTubers.
It is what it is. Or it was what it was. I used to. Well, it is what it is.
Dude,
Sometimes you gotta.
all right, I'm gonna be honest, I've been considering like post-ironic or not even post-ironically, but just regular ironically jumping into the EN VTuber thing and
Yeah.
just like I have multiple moles who would be down to like get me into the circles, right? And just like deliberately like just acting a fool and just acting like my normal self. I think it would go well. What do
I
you
already
think?
know. I know. Actually, you know what? Let's. I'm gonna write that down because I want to get back to this topic, and so I want to get this topic. So I want to get to save this topic for the end so I can cut it out because
Oh yeah, we were talking about YouTuber controversies.
Yeah.
Basically 99% of them, I think you can see it coming a mile away just because you can tell who they are in real life.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's fair. Also, I mean, I don't know. A few of them are just overblown. That's my opinion. But
Oh
some
yeah,
of them are underblown. Some of
a
them
lot of them are like fake too. Like
yeah, some are fake.
it's pretty crazy the amount of like things you can get away with. You can just like call someone out and be like, yeah, this guy's like evil, and people just run with it.
Absolutely. That happens in fucking real life and fucking news, political bullshit
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
no, it happens all the
just
time.
people just like see what they want to see and it's just like whatever,
Yeah,
Like that's why research is so that's why like I mean obviously like fucking research doing it for this fucking interview, but research is an important skill that like everyone wants to avoid. It's like every in college or fucking high school you're like, oh man, I want to cite these. Obviously they make you do a lot of like too much. They like cite 50,000 sources in MLA fucking format or whatever, but you know research is so important.
I'm glad you didn't call me out on any of my controversies. It's pretty awesome. Thank you for that.
The assumption is that I looked them up, I found them, and I specifically avoided them for this interview. Not the fact that I just didn't find them.
Yeah, I mean between like the slurs, the racism, the misogyny, the phobias, the fact that I'm an alt-right figurehead, I'm glad you didn't bring any of that up. I actually really appreciated that.
Interesting. You watch Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
Was it a good show? I don't remember.
I don't know. I remember preferring iCarly and Victorious though.
That's fair. I don't know. I feel like I don't know what the general consensus is. I haven't watched fucking Quinn reviews is whatever the fuck videos or whatever. But I'm assuming that
controversy. So what you're about to bring up?
No,
the
not
Drake
the Drake
Campana.
controversy. No. Although I was thinking about it, I was like not thinking about like drinking it up because as my brain kind of went to like, oh, Drake and Josh. That's kind of like controversy related. But like as a show itself, is it good? I'm trying to think. Like it was all right. That's all I remember. It
I
probably
mean, I
was,
don't remember it being bad. Like, you
yeah,
know.
probably wasn't like terrible. But I'm like the Dan Schneider thing is what I was thinking of really,
Oh
because I
yeah.
was like, because he wrote fucking he wrote like he carried Nick for a while. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but at the same time, he wrote in like some interesting stuff, and he did some
Yeah,
interesting stuff on set.
yeah. Oh god.
Personally, I saw it coming from a mile away. The look in his eyes, man.
Yeah.
You look
The
at
way
that
he,
the 50-year-old man with the bowl haircut who loves interacting with 14-year-olds and saying like, "Oh yeah, model this bikini for me."
hmm.
I was not surprised that he turned out to be a creep. Like, I don't know. You could see him. You could see his pudgy little smile. You could see how he held those girls that he made into stars, and you're kind of like, yeah, this guy went to Epstein's Island a few times. Like, you can tell.
You
You
ever
can
know
see
that
it in his eyes.
one of my favorite you know, and kind of weird that it's kind of related. Like YouTubers like got controversial or whatever. Super Mega. One of my favorite gags is that they brought up like multiple times that like Dan Groening or whatever. No, not Dan. Mike Groening, like Simpsons guy.
Matt Groening, the
Matt
Simpsons guy.
Groening.
Yeah.
Yeah, Futurama guy. He went to like Epstein's Island like or like at least once. He's on the fucking list or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh,
So did like every billionaire though. And like every
yeah,
like CEO of a major company in the United States and every president for the past like 8 terms or whatever. It's pretty
so fuck.
awesome.
It's kind of
Yo, what are your thoughts on the super mega controversy?
Super Mega controversy. I didn't read up on it enough because I was just like, the issue with Super Mega is that like there's a lot of controversies that I just like which it's kind of weird that I hear about a lot of controversies. I must be terminally online because a lot of them I actually know the person behind it. Like the Yan Dev one, I very well aware of him, what he's done,
Yeah.
all this shit. But Super Mega in particular, I didn't read up enough on it because I actually like their videos and like watch them and listen to their podcasts consistently, like actually like this their podcast inspired this podcast, funnily enough. So
Nice.
like I just wanted to like
All right,
I
I'm going to ruin them for you. Are you ready?
yeah, what happened?
Someone who worked for them was accused of being too forceful with a girl he was dating during
Mhm.
intercourse.
Oh shit.
And then Super Mega fired him.
Oh shit.
And the controversy is that they didn't fire him fast enough.
Oh shit.
Do you hate them now or what?
Oh, gotta do more research before I make the 2 hour long video essay telling everyone like how I feel about
I
it,
just
right?
feel like
So
it's one of those things where it's like the guy who actually did it should be the one
yeah,
who
he
gets
should be the one that was
Like,
fucking
yeah.
exactly.
Like I don't know why his employer like because they were employing her too, so it's like and they were letting her live at the house for some reason. Like
Yeah, there's a lot of
what
there's
did
a lot of weirdness about
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it because I don't know all the details, but I'm just saying like
Yeah.
shouldn't the guy who actually perpetrated the crime be the one who's called out, not just the guys who's tangentially related who's famous, you know? It's like I feel like the call out is just like is it just because they're bigger? I don't know.
I mean, I guess because it's like, because yeah, if that's kind of thing. Like if you're not up high, you don't have much more to fall down from. Especially if you have like a real life job that's like kind of unrelated to the internet. Then you just go back to your whatever you're doing, right? So it's like, I guess to cancel somebody, they'd have to be up online in the first place.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. They're just like
It's kind
tangentially related. I don't know. Whole can of
it's kind
worms I probably shouldn't even open because I don't know all the details. I'm sorry to all of my super mega haters in the comments.
yeah. I'm gonna keep my wash my hands of it. I'll
Yeah,
still
no,
listen to
you're
their
doing good. You're staying impartial. I'm trying to like
yeah.
bait you into saying something cancelable.
Listen, I'm not JonTron, all right? I know what I'm doing. At least for
That
now.
was such a funny stream.
God, oh God, it broke my heart because I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the one YouTuber that actually probably I will still defend his videos. His videos are actually like the Takeshi's Challenge one is banger. The what's it called? The fucking Hercules one banger. Fucking Barbie,
Yeah,
insane
he's one of
quality.
the best production value YouTubers of all time. The Star Wars saga or whatever it is. That was
Shit.
insane. Like he spent
was
like millions of
crazy.
dollars on that. But he was very uninformed on that Twitch stream. He said some things that were very funny.
Yeah, some things that are big oopsies in the
Some
world
things
of
that are pretty silly.
pretty regrettable. I
He's a funny little bunny.
Oh man, we got to get to VTubers because I have a lot of opinions that I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna go ham on VTubers in a
And,
second.
and it's gonna get all cut out. No one's gonna hear any of it because I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
be
have a separate recording. Your opinions are gonna get aired out.
okay. That's
I'm going to
fine.
cut this interview up into like 5 different sections, 5 separate
Yeah.
videos, and I'm going to upload them alongside my normal uploads.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna be like what I really think about VTubers. What I really think about the super mega controversy. Parentheses mask off. That's what I'm
Mask
gonna do.
off. Holy shit. You know,
Mask
honestly,
off.
for how do you play the YouTube game? You gotta, be loud, like you said. You gotta be loud. You gotta be, you gotta crunch some bones, right?
Yeah, and that's the
Step.
thing. I'm a very like monotone person. I'm not very expressive in real life. I have a blank expression on my face most of the time. In fact, most of the time that I'm like doing expressive speaking online, I have a straight face. And yeah, so I have to like supplement it by saying crazy shit, you know? It's the only way.
I will say that you have like the perfect commentary YouTuber voice because it just like reminds me of like all the other commentary YouTubers that were like popular for a certain amount of time.
Oh yeah, I've
Which
been
is
doing vocal training to sound like Leafy for my entire life.
honestly we're going pretty well. Continue, keep up the good work.
I
Pay
want
your
to be
vocal
the
trainer.
new him, but more buff and more cool and taller and with a chin and traditionally attractive. When I get doxxed, it's going to be over because it's going to be the best thing that could have happened to my career.
The first docs in history where the person is like more handsome than ever like imagined or like they thought, oh yeah, he's ugly, he it's over for him. No.
He's hiding behind a cute avatar. What the hell?
Yeah, just a fat dude with a triple chin.
Yeah, it's pretty
And it's
funny.
like, and he'd be like chiseled, like fucking buff as shit.
Like genuinely, I would laugh really hard if I got doxxed because if people saw like what I am, it'd be really funny. It'd be a flex on like 99% of people who would criticize me. But
They'd be like, that's a fake photo.
I would start live streaming probably. I'd start IRL live streaming.
That'd be like, it'd be funny if they're like, they deny it because you just like look just too fucking chiseled or whatever. Just too like, they're like, oh yeah, it's not real. No, the doc's not real. And then you're like, oh god, that'd be good. That'd be a good one. God. Anyway,
I've had I've like fantasized while laying in bed about like, dude, if I got doxxed, it'd be really funny, because I think I come off as a lot more of a, like a standard internet person online than I really am.
right.
It's pretty epic.
All right, we're almost done with the questions. Somehow we're still in there. This one should be easy. What's the best sample you've heard in a song?
Best sample I've heard.
Yeah.
I don't even know. That's such like a general question.
Yeah, I don't
There's
know.
so
Hip-hop.
many samples and so many songs. Probably
Yeah.
you know that sound effect that goes like in Ghetto Smosh where they go
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, that sample in any song is probably the best. I don't even know what it's from.
It's probably like under like early 2000s rap or something. I don't know.
Something like that.
Oh yeah, you said in one of your schizo rants that you improved out of spites. Do you have anything to say about any details you can clue us in on? Or is that private information?
I improved out of spite because everyone thought I was gonna fail. I was a complete degenerate loser, and I would just indulge in vices that many people thought were taboo. That don't even try it once.
Mm.
I dropped out, and then I graduated early, and then I went on to be more successful than like anyone else that I knew. So it was pretty baller. That's like and I basically did it just because people said I couldn't do it. Because I was like, yeah, I can do it. I'm a baller, dude. That's just who I am. It's pretty
Fuck
epic.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my life now. I've still got a lot I could improve on. I still plan on improving a lot, but I think I got all of that spite out of me. Now I'm like doing it for like different reasons.
Right. I mean, if anything, like, I guess it's really just like the gist of like, any way you can take to improve. Improving on a spite makes a funny story at the very least, because it's like, oh man, I showed them who's wrong, and then rub it in their face. I'm like, aha, yeah, I'm fucking more successful than you. But as
Yeah.
long as
I'm more
anywhere.
educated. I get more money. I'm taller. I'm more handsome. I get more attention from women. I have a larger penis. I have
Hmm.
larger ball diameter. I
Oh,
have 3 balls, actually.
damn.
And basically, it's just going good. I don't know.
So you get bitches, you stack paper, and you're happy? That's a good story.
Yeah. I still have some problems, but working on those later.
If if
Another day.
if if you're still watching this after 3 hours or listening to this or whatever, I'm not gonna put this on. I'm gonna put this on Spotify. I don't fucking know. If we're still watching this fucking video after this many hours, take that lesson. Anyone can improve. You can have 3 balls if you just try hard enough. All right.
Yeah, exactly. You could pop out a third one very quick. You could be
Do
on the
that right now.
streets, drug addict, 2 balls, hell, even 1 ball. If you try hard enough and you get angry enough at the world who's trying to put you down and say that you're dirt, pop out 2 more for me. Pop out 3 for me. You might be quad balling it. You might need 2 sacks to hold all them balls. But I believe in you, and you
Two
can do it.
sex. That's Thank you, Beppo. Great,
Any more
good advice.
questions?
I think this is the last one. Oh wait, no, I still have one more. I think these ones should be, kind of interesting. How permanent do you think the internet is? Is any video that we make, either of us, gonna last a lifetime?
It depends more on interest than anything, because I do think that like YouTube servers will go down at some point. I do think that maybe even the internet itself will go down at some point, but as long as there are people who are interested in the content that you've made, it'll exist on someone's hard drive, and maybe someone will re-upload it on whatever YouTube's successor is. Maybe someone will put it in their Neuralink world. Maybe someone will put it in the metaverse theater room. Like, I think you not so much live on through the internet, but you achieve immortality in the hearts of people who your work touches. And that is made effective through the communication that the internet provides.
Hmm. It answers 2 questions in one. Actually, I was gonna say something about you said that memories and nostalgia is how someone could live forever. And it's like I could say that art is how someone lived forever. That's a
Yeah,
legacy. But after a certain point, it's like their memories of you or their nostalgia of you is also what you make, right? Like what you
yeah,
make is what you are at some point.
exactly. Like I want to be immortalized through the thoughts that I share in my videos, even if they're post-ironic, even if they're ironic. It's like I want to provide something to people that is worth remembering, and that's kind of hard to do, but I'm figuring it out.
And this is the last question before we get on to the second part of the podcast, which I'll inevitably we'll figure that out when we get there.
Oh, we're gonna
Um,
go hard.
we might. It might not even be anything. But the last question for this part of the podcast or this podcast right now
I'll start
is
name dropping people if you want.
I
Go
mean
ahead. Sorry.
it'll be fun. It'll be funny. This question is last question. What do you have to say to all of the depressed doomers out there who may be listening to this podcast? All the people who've lost hope, all the people who've forgotten what it's like to live without worry or be happy. What do you have to say? What advice can you offer them? What consolation? What anything? What can you say to them? What do you have to say?
Stop having a pity party for yourself. I feel like 90% of you haven't even actually suffered. Uh, I'm joking, guys. I'm sorry. I get a lot of people mad at me for they go in my comments and they're like, "How could you say such a hopeful message? When I was 12 years old, my dad beat me almost to death, and then I got sexually assaulted 14 times in the bathroom, and then I went to school and I got bullied relentlessly, and I hate my life." Yeah, I said it. Sorry, and it's like, yeah, I feel like that's a defeatist attitude. I think it's okay to feel depressed. I think it's okay to feel sad. But in the end, it's like the more that you label yourself as sad or depressed, or the more that you label yourself as a loser, the more you're just going to become that sort of thing. Like, why not try to be as cool as possible? Like, I don't know. Why not try to be as happy as you can possibly be? I get that it's easier and it's the path of least resistance to just let yourself wallow in sadness. But how does that benefit you at all? Like, how can you feel satisfied with your existence living in a world where you just believe that you're a loser and you allow yourself to become a loser. I mean, I don't know. I can't find any satisfaction in a world in which I'm not proud of myself. And I think that that's a big part of anyone's life. A lot of people are missing that aspect of satisfaction in which it's like, yeah, pride's a sin and everything, but you should be able to create things and be able to create a world for yourself that is not only enjoyable to be in, but also that you can feel proud of. Whether that's, providing for your family or being someone who's strong or being someone who like, I don't know. There's a variety of aspects you can want to embody. Why not just be the person you want to be instead of just lamenting the world for dealing you a bad hand? Because I guarantee you, a lot of people probably have it worse than you. I've probably had it worse than you too, and I crawled out of it. And that's just the truth. That's real shit. And nobody wants to hear it. That's it. That's my answer. I'm done.
Okay. Well, poignant thoughts there from Beppo. And since this is the end of at least this part of the podcast, I want to thank you, Beppo, for appearing on the Patron of the Algorithm show. Is that a good name, by the way? I'm kind of workshopping it right now.
You need a Patreon so that you can do it.
God, that would be. That's.
I feel like when people hear the word patron, they think of a Patreon. So you should release an extended cut on your Patreon. Give me half the money for the idea, and then release like the half version with all the censors in it to YouTube.
Oh yeah, the uncensored. What's it called? The Family Guy uncensored, untouched cut.
Like cold ones. Just do it like that. You can have us saying all the curse words, all the slurs in the Patreon one, but then, have a heavily censored like shitty version for YouTube that's only just interesting enough to make people want to subscribe to the Patreon.
The quote unquote family friendly one.
Oh yeah.
God.
I'm a family friendly creator.
Yeah, everyone everyone who was in a family who is making a family right now, TripleBeppo, that's a high recommendation. What can I say? Your kids.
Yo, if you put my videos on in the background while you're making a family, send like a picture or a video to me on Twitter. I'll retweet it and I'll be like, yo, he goated. And if you send me a picture of the kid's birth certificate, I will be like, oh my god, I'm gonna reach out to that kid when he turns 18 and tell him, hey, your parents were watching my videos when you were made, so you can thank me.
If you get big enough, I'm sure there's, that's the thing. I feel like at least one person made a family to PewDiePie's videos. At least one person.
Oh, I know I have.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, thank you for appearing on the show. I might work on the name. I feel like that name's pretty good. I'm gonna keep the name. But I don't know how to end these. I think there was like something I used to do in my other ones. I used to end them or something. But I guess anything you want to shill before we leave here.
Yo, subscribe to my Patreon. Trapstar Chronicles Volume 0 is coming out soon. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me money. DM me and ask how you can give me money. I will take it. Crypto. PayPal. Those are my only two options. But I would prefer crypto so you can't refund it. Tune into my streams. Watch my videos. That's it.
That's it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Remember to subscribe to Maple Milk. Subscribe.